And we are live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards and the school teachers, law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Whatever your job description is, shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person if that is your character. Shout out to you. Here we are on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Today is the 10th of December 2025, and we are happy to be here. Man, we are 15 days away from Christmas 2025. That would be about what? 21 days away from a new year. Time is flying, but we give thanks because we're here, right? Up and feeling good and all these other kind of things. And we got some stuff to talk about this morning. Before I go any further though, I'm not feeling too good. I don't know if you can tell, or maybe I make not feeling too good look good, but I not feel too good. Ever since they did that numbing stuff with my face and I drove back home with my windows down and it was cold outside, through my face did frozen or my face was numb and I didn't feel how cold it was outside. Apparently, I pick up some little kind of, I don't know, my throat feel like it got a froggy in it and my eyes are watery and have a slight headache and all kind of something. And I'm flashing from hot to cold, cold to hot. Something like when me hear woman say them feel like when them have menopause. I don't know. Maybe I'm having a menopausal moment as a man. Do men get menopause? Somebody help me out in the comment section. Do men get menopause? I might have to look this up in the medical journal. Do men get menopause symptoms like women, like mid-age type, hot and cold and all the other stuff? Morning, Audrey. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here this morning. Miss Golda Robinson, thank you for being here this morning. Audrey, the first one in, says, morning, fam, present teacher. S. Diva is with us this morning. Raddy's daughter, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Friends from Lake, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you greatly. Diane F., thank you for being here. Patricia Jackson, thank you for being here. We appreciate you greatly. Julie Tapper is in the building with us this morning. Donna Davis is also here with us this morning. S. Diva is here with us this morning. Winston Gale is in the building bright and early this morning. P. Niles 123 is in the building bright and early with us this morning. Thank you for being here as well. Michelle Taylor. Michelle Taylor used to be Michelle Taylor RN, right? Right. Michelle Taylor, big up yourself. Thank you for being here as well. We appreciate your presence. Who else? They drink some ginger tea with sardine and tough crackers while waiting for teacher. You are a true Jamaican. Ginger tea with sardine and tough crackers. What is only somebody from the Caribbean would have put together a combination like that? Ginger tea with sardine and tough cracker. It's 8:40 in the morning, and that you eat 8:40 in the morning. Yo, morning, Nance. Thank you for being here, Nance. Big up yourself, Nance. Who is here as well? Let me see. Senior Sexy is in the building with us this morning as well. Big up yourself. Mistress B talks health and wellness with a twist is here as well. Let me see who else there. Pussy G is in the building. Big up yourself, Pussy G. Thank you for being here. If I don't call your name, you know, sir, it's still love. Sharon Ingram, big up yourself. Manners and respect to the names I miss. We can't spend all morning calling names and giving shout outs. We have to get into our topic. Virtuous Fire, big up yourself. Karen Notice, thank you for being here as well. All right, and I'm going to go on. Tracy Chin, morning. Thank you for being here. Dorothy T, big up yourself. Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Kerr. Lovely Aneka. Lovely Aneka is in the building with us this morning. Lovely Aneka is my fellow content creator sister. On YouTube, you can, well, Lovely Aneka is not just on YouTube, but you can start by following her and checking her out on YouTube and then follow her from there to all the other platforms that she is on as well. All right. Who else is here? Diane Wilson. Thank you for being here, Diane. Appreciate you greatly. Nisha is in the building. No women pause. So hold on, men no pause. A woman alone pause. Is that what you're saying? A woman alone pause? Yes, you sound like you go through it. Yeah, me sound like I thought I was gonna lose my voice last night, but para, you know. If you want to see me last night, I mix up one bag of something all over the house. I have like these emergencies, and I don't know about you. Denise Sparks, big up yourself, Denise. Thank you for being here. I have like these emergencies, right? And Norma Jean is in the building with us this morning as well. Let me see who else. Scroll all the way down. All right. Anybody who entered the class after this, then not gonna get no shout out this morning. I have some emergencies at the house, and the emergencies them is I think it's 5,000 milligrams. I don't know. It's thousands of milligrams of vitamin C. And I took them before and I had to go to the bathroom instantly. I didn't know that so much vitamin C at once. Good for your system, but it kind of wash out everything in your belly. So, but I took it last night and it didn't wash out everything in my belly, but I still went to the bathroom same way. I don't know, TMI. But at the same time, I was just para and I was just trying to mix up everything and anything last night to make sure that I didn't wake up this morning with my voice gone and all other kind of something like that. Men get andropause, gradual hormone. Hold on. Men come along on board. Men get andropause, gradual hormone decline. Not a rapid drop as with women, and fertility continues men where it ends with women. Okay, so a gradual decline, right? Gradual decline. Me there joke with Shakira yesterday. I said I was drinking up all the proper things so I can keep my teely healthy. And she said, you know have nothing to worry about with your teely. You're working just fine. Right? As she was rubbing her big belly, of course. But remember, say even a impotent teely will get up once a month can still get somebody pregnant, you know, can still breed a woman. So because you're pregnant don't mean some telia work right. So I'm not taking it as it is working right. So I have to still drink up my sustenance and the right things and eat up the right things, consume the right things, you know what I'm saying, to make sure say my body work properly. But me that joke with her yesterday, we were joking saying, boy, it's just something that life gives you, you know. Soon the telia gonna look like one big raisin. It's gonna look like a big raisin. It shrivels up like the rest of your body. You know, when you get old, you know, I know nothing for hide. You're getting old, so your neck start do the old people thing, and you know your neck start get wrinkled up and thing, and then your face start go with it. It's a part of aging. It's a part of living. And you know your hands start looking like crow's feet and like Jankerfoot, and then you know you get your crow's feet on the side of your eyes, and all these other things that happen to you when as you age. The teely age too, and it starts looking like a big raisin. It start looking like a big raisin. So me not reach there yet, but may I tell her say, you know, I hope she's still there for me when it reached that stage there when it can't really do nothing. But she's not going to escape either. I told her that she's not going to escape either because, you know, when you're young and something look pretty, you know, it look pretty, it look like a beautiful rose, whether it's a pink rose or a red rose or whatever it is. And you know, when you peel back the layers of a rose, how the rose looks. You ever catch a rose's flower and peel back the layer of them and look inside, looks pretty like that? Yeah. But then comes the time where we turn from roses to roast beef, right? So everybody get them time. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. How you doing?
Me not do good enough because of you.
What go on?
You don't get my letter. The same lady with the send you one letter and they turn back, me send you one next letter. You don't get it.
You know what? I got 2 letters and they're sitting in the kitchen on the counter. Me not even open them.
Okay.
So
right.
I'm pretty sure it's probably your letter because nobody else said anything about a letter, but I would say I get it. They're sitting in the on the counter in the kitchen. I put them right where I can see them. I just need to get that moment to open them.
Okay.
All right. So I haven't
I
opened
guess
them
you
yet,
get
but
to
I will.
opening.
Yeah, I will.
And then again, I want to say something about andropause and menopause. A whole lot of time why people don't get help, whether man or woman, don't get help with the andropause and the menopause. A lot of doctors weren't trained about that in medical school. But now you have doctors who are equipping themselves to know more about it. So this drop that people get in their hormones, the women and the men, you have things where they can get, like estrogen. The woman get a little estrogen when she into perimenopause, and the man get a little bit what they call it.
So there are different levels to menopause for women. Like you said, perimenopause. That's
yeah, perimenopause. That's the early part of it.
Okay, that's the early part of menopause.
Yeah.
All right, now I learned something.
And then the man with andropause now, he can get a little bit of testosterone to pep his body up, so that he doesn't have that drop or have this, emotionally, men can get upset. So you see a lot of these men that may be killing their women. Nobody don't know if it's not andropause causing them to do the madness.
And usually it's like some middle-aged man that's like way older than the woman that he started out with, and like if you check most of the cases where it happens, it's usually some guy in like his mid-50s, like early 50s to mid-50s age group, and then the female is usually like in her late 20s, mid-30s kind of thing.
Yeah. So if people get a little pep, that like the women with all the headaches and the flushing, like sweating and all those things. But they have to, they can get it up till they are in maybe mid-50s. But when somebody reach maybe like 60s and 70s, like a woman, they can't get that estrogen anymore, that little pep, because it can cause other symptoms. It can cause breast cancer when they get certain things. So they have to get small amounts when they're in perimenopause. And then the men can get something when they're, maybe they're in their 40s too, they can get a little pep. So just a little bit to boost them, so they don't have that continuous drop.
Right.
Yeah. So, I like your program.
But what I've heard while we're on this topic, what I've heard is that when men start taking testosterone or testosterone replacement, it's called TRT, right? When men start taking testosterone replacement therapy, their body actually stop producing testosterone. Yeah. So that's a dangerous thing right there, because I guess now you're going to have to be on injections for the rest of your life. And
I don't think so.
From what I was studying, from what I was studying, it said that you can get off of it, but if you get off of it, you're going to experience a drop. And not only that, it also, like when you experience the drop, it also takes a while, up to a year, for your body to actually start producing back testosterone again. And some guys, depending on how long they were on it for, their bodies never produce testosterone again, so they have to go back on it. I don't want a poo-poo.
So that's why doctors have to equip themselves with the knowledge. You're not going to give a man who have testosterone. You get what I'm saying? So you have to test. You have to give them a hormone test, both the female and the male. You have to give them blood tests to test their hormones first.
Right.
You're not just going to give them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Makes sense.
So that when doctors will give people something that let them overdrive, and then they suddenly drop, that is dangerous.
Yeah.
So I love your program, SouFLo,
because you
teach me, and I can teach you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yes, indeed.
So let us love each other.
Indeed.
All the fools them will get. You see, your program is not just one thing. It's every little thing.
Yes.
So
it's
people
life.
who don't want to learn, don't come over here. Okay? And I'm across the border.
I appreciate you
I'm
greatly.
not in your city. I'm across the border.
I appreciate you greatly. Big up yourself. And
Thank
I
you
will
very
open
much.
those letters today and see if one of them is yours. So the next time we talk, I can talk about what's in it or what
you
was
can
said.
just give a shout out to me because I listen to you.
Okay.
And I give you your thing. I touch the thumbs up button.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I'm watching it at a later time, I still touch the button.
All right.
Yeah.
I appreciate you greatly. Thank you, here.
You're welcome.
All right,
Have a great day.
You too.
Yeah.
All I know is I don't want to end up with a pum pum. And I say this because on a member say me work in a field where I am there working up close and personal with individuals who are aging or who have aged significantly ahead of me, right? So me get to see what might be ahead for me. You understand? Knowing that all conditions are just human conditions and them just reach before me. When I see people I go through them things, I feel like say your turn now coming out. That's why me. Matter of fact, I wanted to say something about something else, but this I got segue me into it. Knowing that every condition out there you see a human going through is just human condition. So when I know say me I watch body, you know, when me there work with my client, them it could be I'm doing a toilet transfer. It could be me doing lower body dressing, instructing. It could be me doing hemi dressing, you know, all kinds of stuff like that. But I pay attention to certain things. And I've seen some things that make me wonder, like, and then I run to the nursing station and make me wonder, what the hell is that and what happened to it? You know, because it look away. And come to find out, that's a part of the aging process. So I don't want to end up with a pum pum. I want to take care of myself to the way, and if there's anything out there that can help me to to starve off the vaginal look, I don't want it on my front at all. You know, I've seen where that thing didn't only just like die. It shriveled up completely and then looked like it introverted as well. Like it's not even there no more kind of thing. And I just can't imagine just being like that. I am terrified. Darky T. Any man out there would have been terrified. Oh, you know what? I'm not so terrified. There's a surgery out there that actually works. Yeah, I'm not so terrified. There's a surgery. I forgot about the surgery. It costs like $30,000. That's the going price for a good top of the line surgeon to actually. So yeah, I forgot about that. Lord God, me nervous for nothing. But the surgery works. There's a guy who is popular on YouTube who actually went through his surgery. And he just did a video. He did a series of videos talking about the surgery and how, you know, when he's ready to go, he was like, first he has to get used to it though. So he said the only difference is like when the only difference is he feels like he robbed himself of all the times where he wanted to perform, but he couldn't. And his wife wanted something or you know, when your wife give you that clue there and you can't follow through on the clue, you start feel like, damn, you know? So he said he went through too much of that, and that's the only regret he has. He said now, as she winks up, him just reaching him pants and grab him one of them basketball, the man just squeeze 2 times, pop, and it's halfway there already. And him said him not got the full 100 yet. Him just get a 2 squeeze, pop, halfway there already, you know what I'm saying, ready to go. And you could do something with it at that. But him want it all the way. So by the time action start, him just squeeze the basketball 2 more times, pop, and it's like all the way up. Only thing is, he said, it doesn't go down until you take it down. So just your regular one, you know, if she boom pan it too hard, it done this up. You have to and try control the emotions, you know what I'm saying? Every now and then you get carried away and you can dust it off proper, but more than likely, you know, God made us this way, so can't take too much sensation. So say it after a while enough. You just shoot up the club, bow, 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 bow. Sometimes you shoot up the club too early, sometimes you having a moment. That's how life goes. And as you get older, your moments get shorter. And shooting up the club, sometimes it's like instant. I don't instantly shoot up the club. I'm not talking about me. But I've heard stories of instantly shooting up the club. Like as soon as you open the doors and enter the club, you just fire off your shot them. Bah, bah, bah. Like before you even do nothing. You don't want to reach this one. You know what I mean? But he was talking about all that and him said, boy, it heals. It takes about up to 6 months to heal though. And him said, but when you heal and you look on it, you can't tell no difference of nothing. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, Flo. It's Michelle. My name, I don't know how it changed, but I think I figured out how to change it back.
Mm-hmm.
So working in the healthcare field will scare you, right? But normally I see the black man then with a look in front there where you talk about, and normally the clear people then will see with it.
Right, but still though, I still human condition. I don't want to reach me. I don't want to reach me at all.
Yeah. But not stress too much. Just work out, eat good, and I think we'll be all right. But on a side note, my husband said to tell yourself a time to save world marriage, because if I never you wouldn't listen to him.
Yo, big up on me. Tell yourself big up, see later.
All right, big up later.
All right, so. Oh man, I love that. I know someone did it to Elder. I do that surgery. Yeah, I've known a couple of people now who have done it. First of all, a brother called in here this one morning not too long ago that told us about how it works, and him say it good, right? And it make you fire like rocket, because you back. You gotta have the body to actually work with it, because it go work. So you can imagine if you have something that has no stop to it unless you squeeze it and say, let dog no stop. It's like you let out a little air valve. I think him said that space in your underneath the two basketball, them you just squeeze it gently. This one, it like psst. It deflates. It just deflates like psst. It just go down when you're ready. But you can keep it up there as long as you want to. If you want boom on it for 1 hour straight, to keep it up there for the 1 hour straight. Something where you can do with your regular something. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of made me like, I don't know, you know. You see, the first time me see somebody sitting down work proper, yeah, me telling her right now, me I save my money. I'm putting my money to the side because the surgery that sound very doable. And I didn't know from the guy who just did his. Through his videos, I learned that a lot of the guys in the porn industry, they actually have done the surgery. Because I know one surgery where you just do it because, oh, my thing don't work no more. It's an optional thing. It's a thing where you want to be able to go forever and perform on command and all that. This is their career. And a lot of them consider this an investment in their career. So you could imagine the cameras, the lights, and everything on there like, go, perform, and you can't do nothing. Or your money is going to be good if you can perform on cue every single time. So a lot of them in there have that already too. Give me hope. Give me hope. Hope. And a strong heart. It gives me hope. Is there any feeling in it? He said, yes, Audrey. The man said it don't feel no different from your regular something. There's the same feeling in it. Everything. And him wish the only regret he had is that he didn't. And he's not the first one me hear say it. The only regret him have is that he didn't do it earlier. You know who is a perfect person to go listen to talk about it? Because he did videos on it. Remember when P. Diddy's trial was happening? Remember the guy they called the Punisher from P. Diddy's trial? When them used to bring for come punish Cassie that she kept requesting? He did it. He did it. And he talked about it. And he said he talked to his dad about it, because he said his dad was kind of like the life of the party, you know. His dad is social, very social, life of the party. I think his mom passed away and his dad remained single. And his dad used to date a lot and he don't want to remarry, so he just date a lot and stuff. And then he realized over the years His dad would crack jokes out in the public. He would attract women to him because he's a good-looking guy, still older guy, but still good-looking, still fit. Kind of go gym, keep him body up. But he noticed after he did that his dad wouldn't follow on anymore in conversations with women. When him thing didn't work, he would follow through with the conversation, meaning, give me a number, I'll call you later. You want to go out for a coffee later, or you want to go out for whatever. He would have just stop and not follow up. And it came to the point where it was like he was rejecting these women. So he said he saw it. So he talked to him father about it. He was like, yo, Pop, I want to talk to you about something personal, and that's when he revealed to his dad that he did a surgery, and him thing a fire like rocket, and his dad was like, what? Try to act tough, and him said, I don't know, if you having trouble in that department, I could get you on to the same surgeon that did mine, and they'll have yours done too. I'm telling you, Pop, it worked. Him said after him father get fame and he heal up, he said, yeah, my daddy a hoe now. No one said, he said, my daddy a hoe now. This man in his 60s, my daddy a hoe now. He knocking him down, man. He knocking him down. I'm like, oh man. But yeah, it bring back life to you. Yeah, so I don't want to end up the social, but the thing look like a pum pum. It's scary. And just like she just said on the phone, usually it is in those other people that I see it, but still, I still think a human condition and it can reach me too. I don't want to reach me. Enough of that. In saying stuff about human condition, I saw a video where they were making fun of Foota Hype. I don't know, some asks regular. Most of you in here know who Foota Hype is, right? Same Foota Hype what did that with Ishana man where left and then him go America and him the America now and hasn't been back to Jamaica since, and the story Foota Hype always there on social media talk him thing and thing, that Foota Hype. If you notice, Foota kind of have something to go on with him face, right? And I've been wondering and I've been asking people, but you know what? People will guess, but they don't know somebody's personal stuff. So Foota apparently recently did a video explaining his situation. And he said him have diabetes. And a diabetes make him face stay so. Bell's palsy he has in his face, right? A paralysis of the facial muscles. And that's why his face look like that. Because it looks like it's getting better. But one time when it was super numb, kind of like when them numb up my face yesterday, from the dentist day before yesterday. I looked in the mirror one time and my tongue was like protruding like this, right? And I didn't even know that I was doing it because I couldn't feel nothing. So within I looked at my tongue like that, and I saw Foota doing that. And I was like, damn, I know there are medications that make you do that. But Foota do a video explaining what it was, right? And I went into the comment section of that video. I just want to tell people, say, even after the man, okay, so we were guessing before. We never know. Even after the man explained explicitly what is going on with him health-wise, you really have people that get on there and start with some big disrespectful, I don't know if they think it's funny or what, but let me tell you something. Life has a funny way. I've been on earth long enough to know this. Life have a funny way of the exact same thing that you laugh at when you see it happen to somebody else, it happened to you later. And you're stuck in a position wondering if because me did laugh. You hear what I'm saying? You're stuck in a position wondering, was it because I laughed at that? Life is going to make you remember that you did laugh at that, That's a funny part about life. So, I know nothing big. I just wanted to put that out there so people know, say, sickness is here for all of us. Me there over there, me left a comment that said, after Foota done talk, I said, sickness is here for all of us, and I don't wish any of that on any human being. The next person under that, suck your mother SouFLo. I'm like, how did my mom come into this? May I read back my comment to see if sickness is here for all of us, right? That's true. When me get suck your mother from, and I don't wish this on any human being. Not even you who did I tell me for suck my mother, me no wish that upon. Some of us, boy, will never learn still. And some of us really believe that we know it all. I tell you, the universe, the universe humbles all of us. Put it that way there. And who tough now, them not gonna be so tough later. I'll say that. If you're tough now, you're not gonna be tough later. Something along this journey called life is gonna happen that's gonna make you not so tough anymore. So me I learn as me I go along this journey, I have to just humble myself, Cause one time I did think me the invincible. And another time I thought, if I died today, I wouldn't even care. Cause I could take everybody with me, and I said, one of the baddest thing where I walk, and I'm a wolf among sheep, and you just learn to just humble yourself over time. Yeah, because the universe has a different flow. Yeah, that's about that we all shall roll sometime. Exactly, my friend. When he said that it was diabetes, I said diabetes don't make your face look like that, but maybe a stroke because of diabetes, a diabetic stroke or something like that could make your face look like that. But then he said it was Bell's palsy. Bell's palsy, paralysis of the muscles of the face. And, he might go through him thing. Well, shout out to Footer and big up yourself. Sickness after everybody, bro. And the fact that you don't hide yourself, because that's what a lot of people want you to do. And why you hide yourself, as soon as something wrong with you, and go be ashamed of what your struggle is or what you're going through. Just remember, say, I know you're alone, I go through it. And everybody will laugh after you today, them have their own coming. It might not be that, but trust me, it's going to be something else. Something else. Shout out to my Auntie Maureen. Auntie Maureen said, the more you live this life, is the more closer you get to your package, And she feel like God has a package for all of us. When she said package, she mean like, you don't know what's inside of your package. Your package could be anything from, you have to go through a bout of breast cancer to colon cancer to this to that. I'm not wishing none of that for nobody. I'm just telling you that the longer you even live on the face of earth, the more likely your chances are that something along the way is going to happen. I've seen people who are perfectly normal end up in states where they can't speak anymore, or end up in states where one side of their body absolutely does not work anymore. And I mean, everything on that one side don't work no more. The eye don't work, the hand don't work, the foot don't work, nothing. I've seen enough happen to humans to know for humble my rotted self. Because anything we see other people I go through, I don't laugh. I say a prayer. I say a prayer, my prayer go like this. Help them to get through what they're going through. And if it is your will, heal them. But please, don't make me go through that neither. I'm not left off the part there. But please, don't make me go through that neither. Yeah. And that you're supposed to say, do not laugh. You better pray so you don't go through it neither. Because them handle it okay. Me don't know how you are going to handle it. Remember, everybody handles stuff the same way. Footer can still go up on camera and laugh and talk regardless and say what him have to say still, even with all the jokes. Some of y'all ain't that strong. Some of you are not that strong. You're going to cry and break down and get depressed and feel like you want to take yourself out of the world and all kind of something like that. Have issues with your identity and all that. The man come out and show him face. Kind of like Cartel, and Cartel just come out and show him face. And everybody was like, oh, my God, look, fuck up here. Jesus Christ, how the man look. And he said, maybe I could become the face of Graves' disease. So I can start to educate my people on what this is, what it does to you, how it makes you look. That's why my eye them bulge out like this, and blah, blah, blah. Take a brave person to do that, friend. Don't laugh after people. Because when you get it, you're probably not going to be so brave. and a lot of people can't handle a crowd. Enough people can't handle a crowd, them can't handle a crowd talking about them at the same time, especially to your face. Behave yourself. Humble yourself in that way, right? And just pray, say, them can go through them thing and be all right. And real prayer also that you never get to experience that. I don't know what my package will be, but when it comes, I will know that it's a part of my journey and I will embrace it and, go through it the same way. But I'm encouraging others to be the same way. Everybody. I'm looking at my mom who's going through her own sickness. She was so vital in everything she did. Now she's bedridden and she can't help herself. So sickness is really for everyone, says Karen Notice. You see that, Karen? And like I said the other day, right? Life is going to sit you down. I watch Mars Cleavy. You see that man here? People, let me tell you about a man. My voice cracked talking about this man. Let me tell you about a man. You see this man here? You see if that man here raised you or didn't have anything to do with your life, you are a man. You are a man today. Like you know how to stand up today. You know how to sacrifice for your family today. You know how to go provide and you know how to protect. You know how to, that man here. So when I watch him live long enough to where him couldn't get up out of a chair no more without bend over, and he walked bent over, so he would sit most of the time. You could literally hear the back muscle them pop like hard, pow, when him tried straighten up. This was a guy that went live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family.
You're talking on this topic, right? Right now, I'm sitting in my car, waiting to go do an MRI on my right foot. 3 weeks ago, I was walking, right? And all of a sudden, I feel like a current shot me. And then it started to hurt, but I didn't know what was that. So I was looking to see, damn, did I walk over a piece of wire that, have current in it? But, and I couldn't walk. So I have to call my son to pick me up from the subway because I was taking the train.
And you were walking fine before that?
And I was walking fine before.
You see what I'm saying?
But by the time he came, my foot got swollen and it started to look like bloodshot. So the next day I went to urgent care and the doctor said, oh, you have a rupture. I said, what? And I couldn't walk at all. But then they sent me for an x-ray. And the x-ray showed that I have a little tear in my calf. And then after I went to the orthopedic and he said, wow, this is not good. You have it's a Achilles tendon rupture.
Your Achilles tendon ruptured?
Yes.
Okay.
Where it's like you see that little part in the ankle that connect to it's not a bone, but it's like a what you call that? Like a gristle like. It popped. It popped and you could see where is the hole that sink in my and I can't even walk. If I stayed on my foot like for a good 15-20 minutes, it started to swell up. So they're telling me that I have to go do surgery. And even I go to work and it's like they was asking like something is wrong with me. Why you walking so slow? But I didn't say what was going on. But now I'm sitting in my car because I'm early for my appointment. And it's hurting. It's like the pain in the heel up to my calf and it's coming all the way up to my hip.
Okay.
Yeah.
That don't sound like it's gonna be something permanent for you, but it's still an injury.
It's still right, yeah, exactly. But
it's still an injury. How did you get that?
I just kind of worried about the because I don't like to hear about surgery.
How did you get that? You remember what you did that do when you get it?
That's what the doctor was saying, that I don't remember hitting it, twisting it, nor anything. I wasn't running or jumping because I'm running out. I can't even hardly run. But I don't know how that happened. I was just walking and I just feel that in my, and I said, oh my God, but it started to hurt. And I started to read up about it, and you know, it don't sound good. It don't even look right. My whole heel up to the calf is like black and blue.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I hope they're monitoring you for like blood clotting and all the other stuff though. DVT,
okay.
deep vein thrombosis. Are you aware of those things?
No.
Oh, okay, so ask them to tell you if there's DVT or a possibility of a DVT.
DVT.
Yes,
okay.
It's called a deep vein thrombosis.
Okay.
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 Cause you say it look bruised up and black and blue from the heel all the way up to the calf.
Up to the calf, yes.
Yeah. So blood is pooling and settling and stuff. So make sure, because see, that's the thing about life and what I talk about right now. It could start out as one little thing, and before you know it, catastrophe. You know what I mean? So make sure you ask about that, because that can be serious. That can be super serious. The rest of what you're talking about just sound like a physical injury, though.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I'm definitely, and I'll keep up with you, let you know.
All right, my friend. Please do.
Okay.
All
okay.
Right. You see her. You see now she talk about her foot. Miss Ruby, my grandmother, right here. For those of you who've been around long enough with me, you know, my grandmother was fine. My grandmother lost her leg. They had to take her leg, and the lady didn't have no diabetes or nothing like that, and they had to amputate the leg. My granny get older and older. Naturally, you don't move as much as you used to. You could do that stuff in your 60s, probably even in your 70s. Everybody tell themselves they're going to always be mobile and you pray for long life. You ain't doing no damn splits and you're not running nowhere in your 90s. So my granny did in her 90s, and she always did eat good her whole life, organic food and these things, which is probably what saved her. But she sit down on her veranda too much. In her chair, she come out, sit down, and hail people when them pass the gate, you know, real Caribbean thing. Morning, Master Joe. All right, everything all right. And Master Joe say, yes, Miss Ruby. Me I go up a Christiana there, you know, me I go to market, go see what me can find. And she say, all right then, safe travels. Me see you when you come back now, we're here. And then think that, them enjoy them little something there. Sit down, you know. And just like that, blood clot formed in her leg. And the blood clot formed in her leg, and it went from that to a next thing to a next thing. My granny get up, bump her toe, like stub her toe, like she enough of we buck with toe already. When you buck your toe in your teens and your adult years, is not the same as when you buck it in your 90s. She buck her toe. She thought, oh, it will go away. It's just me buck my toe, right? All right. 2 days later, her foot turned black. Her whole foot turned black. Yeah. And then I said, this don't look good. And she did I cover it up and I pray about it. Because that's my grandmother. She pray about everything. Right? She did I cover it up and I pray about it. I think is my mom. Because I was in Jamaica first and I came up and then my mom went down. And when my mom went down, she called me because we just left there. And she said, did you see your grandmother's foot when you were here? I said, I didn't really look at her foot. She was sitting in her wheelchair and the leg rest them was up. I did adjust her leg rest for her, but I think she had her feet covered. So I didn't really have a reason for her to check out her foot them and stuff. She said, boy, me will keep you posted. Anytime my mother said me will keep you posted, me don't know say something wrong. She was like, me will keep you posted. I don't think this look good. And I said, what happened? She was like, I'll keep you posted. Give me a minute. Well, long story short, my grandmother ended up losing her leg. It came down to where the surgeon said, we have to take her leg today. If we don't take her leg today, she dies today. We take her leg or she die with the leg. And my grandmother said, me not ready for go yet, you know. So them can't take the leg. And them take her leg. So when I tell you, sir, life have the liquor package for everybody, my friend. The woman then have no diabetes. She never go out the road and nothing lick her down. She have to lose her leg. She sit down on her veranda, live out her days. you know, and just like that, end up in a catastrophic situation. So yeah, that's life. That's life. Don't laugh at nobody when you hear people going through them things, because it's just not your turn yet. You always use the word yet when you talk about these kind of things. Anybody I look on, I say, yeah, probably just not my turn yet. That's why I'm so power about this, the shrivel up Willie something. Because me I look on them and I say, boy, maybe I know my turn yet, but what if that happened to me? You know, I may end up with one of them something there. But again, I have the surgery now, so that will save me from that at least. Give me a peace of mind on that at least. Well, other things to talk about this morning, you know, this wasn't even on our list to talk about this morning. I just jump on here sometimes and some things just flow through you where you feel like this is what needs to be said. I told myself we weren't going to go no longer than 2 hours this morning because I got to go rest my throat. I feel like I'm losing my voice and I don't want to strain my vocal cords. The last time I felt this right here, I ended up at the hospital because I could not speak and I freaked out. And me drive go to the hospital and the doctor was like, say this and say that, and me in the hospital I go, and the doctor was like, is that all you can say? And I said, like, is that as loud as you can go? I said, yes. That's all me left with, you know. This wasn't too long ago either, you know. Not true to see me I go on like say nothing ain't happen. When you see me take a couple of days off, that did I go on. All right. So he was like, well, I said, can you give me some? I said, can you give me some like antibiotics? And him give me pen and paper and me did I write. And me ask for antibiotics or anything like that. And he said, what you have is normal. It happens to people all the time. I don't normally prescribe. We have some powerful antibiotics that I could give you, but I don't normally prescribe antibiotics for stuff like this. I would prefer to have your body heal naturally, because if I give you these powerful antibiotics, he said, your body is going to build up an immunity to it, and then certain other things can go wrong when you're not able to fight off XYZ, and you need antibiotics this powerful, and they won't work for you. So midday, I'm like, so I'm just gonna like leave with nothing. I mean, I try to tell him, say, like, I literally go live almost every day in front of an audience with hundreds of people. And he was like, oh, so you talk for a living? And I was like, not for a living, but yeah, I have an audience I entertain on a daily basis. But the whole time, he was like, write it down, and stop trying to speak. So I did have to take a couple of days. And believe it or not, while I was trying to talk, it was only making my throat worse. And you see, the 2 days that I took off, I was around the house. I drink my little tea them and stuff, and I did not speak at all. And within them 2 days there, I literally could have feel it coming back. And by the time I wake up the next morning, I was like, hello. And I said, oh, me hear my voice. Mr. Oh, me I go morning, me I go live this morning. Morning thoughts. I said, can I say morning thoughts though? I'm in the bathroom practicing, you know. I'm like, morning thoughts. Morning thoughts. I said, me still I go live this morning. Me just now go say morning thoughts because I can't do the intro. So it happened before. And I can recognize when it's about to happen again. You know, so me never go Tanya too long this morning. But this doesn't flow the way how it a flow, and me just go with it. Here are the things that we actually came to talk about this morning, right? Andrew Holness has decided that he is definitely going to send the army into Accompong, regardless of what Chief Curry says. So the decision is now finally made that he's sending the army in. I want to leave that subject for the last thing we talk about this morning. And we're not going to be extended on it like we were yesterday. I just have a few things to say, because I'm going to expose something that a lot of you might not know about this whole Accompong situation and why our Prime Minister is pressing so much to send the military into Accompong under the guise of helping these people to rebuild, right? Jimmy Cliff's funeral notification, and the only other thing we got to talk about is Christmas in Jamaica and memories and traditions of Christmas in Jamaica. So the people them who are here, who are not from Jamaica and Jamaican background, I encourage you to join this conversation and tell us in the comment section or even call in on the phone if you know anything about your Christmas in your Caribbean island as well. I wanted to name it Christmas in the Caribbean, but Christmas in the Caribbean is too broad. I mean, no say too broad because me have Trini brethren them. You see, me and the Trini community always been good. That's why I couldn't understand when I came and people were like, Jamaicans don't like Trini, Trini don't like Jamaicans. I was like, what? Me don't know nothing about that because like my brethren them, Trini. And for them, Christmas, we not do parang. Jamaicans don't not even know when name parang. Parang for them is them play music and drink up and sing song and, you know, somebody play a guitar around there and something like that. We don't have nothing like none of that. They have other traditions that we don't have. So I would call this Christmas across the Caribbean and traditions and favorite memories. We're going to get into that. Before we do that though, let's put some notification out there for the people who are interested, who do tune in here. So the reggae legend is to be laid to rest on December 17th. Today is the 10th, so obviously we are 6 days and a wake up, 7 days away from Jimmy Cliff, the great Jimmy Cliff, being laid to rest. The nation will bid farewell to the reggae legend, Jimmy Cliff, as he is laid to rest in an official funeral on Wednesday, December 17th. The service will be held at the National Indoor Sports Center in St. Andrew beginning at 10 a.m. Minister of Culture, Entertainment, Olivia Grange announced this yesterday. Jimmy Cliff passed away on November 24th at the age of 81 years old and is being accorded an official funeral by the government in recognition of his immense contribution to Jamaican culture and entertainment. I don't know if y'all know it, but if you study about Jimmy Cliff, he kicked the door in for a lot of what was to come or a lot of what is now. All right. Jimmy Cliff's music and his artistry transcended borders and generations. Grange said in a media release, this service will provide an opportunity for the country to bid farewell to an outstanding son of Jamaica. We did a more in-depth video here on this channel. So you can go look up our Jimmy Cliff video that we recently did when he passed away. And it was more digging into how he began and what his journey was. He has really been some places and done some things that a lot of our artists still have not even done yet. Jimmy Cliff. So he's way ahead of the curve. Way ahead of the curve. And people like these, they don't normally get their praises or... I know somebody are going to say, I got a Lord with praise, we're not praise man. People like these don't normally get their accolades because they live so long and so many others who actually know of their story and their journey, them passed away before, and new generation come and new generation is interested in new generation stuff, but they don't pay homage to those who paved the way. So they don't do the research until people like this pass away. And then you're like, oh my God, he's the one that did that? Oh, I remember that. Oh, damn, that was him? You know, if you really go listen to our video, you're going to be surprised at how much Jimmy Cliff had accomplished. And the thing that he was so humble throughout his whole life, even with all those accomplishments. I mean, he really had some accomplishments, you know. So the arrangements are being finalized by the Office of the Prime Minister in consultation with his family, with Grange's ministry and the family of the acclaimed musician, singer and actor born James Chambers in 1944. Enough people think that Jimmy Cliff was his actual real name, and it wasn't. So in keeping with his wishes, this is what he wished. He wished that his funeral service would feature only spoken words and dance and music, celebrating life and legacy of one of Jamaica's most cherished cultural figures. So, again, on Wednesday, December 17th, Jimmy Cliff will be laid to rest. All right? And those who want to go, if you are there and in the area or whatever, go pay your respects, then you can do so. All right. May his soul rest in peace. And Jimmy Cliff really did come, live larger than life, and checked out, just like we all will do. I always say this, that life is like that. We all have to go. And it's about that time when you were born to the time you leave and what you did in that space. That will determine if you live on or if you die. Like the old African proverb says, if no one talks about you after you have died, then you have truly died. But if people continue to speak of you after you're gone, then you are living on, right? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hi, SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, family. How you doing?
I'm all right. You?
I'm good, you know. I hear one groan there just now. You all right?
Yeah, but they have to push in one of SouFLo. Today, Michael man the birthday, I'm wishing the life to me hear the shout out, you know, see? Yeah, and Friday, I saw some Porsche. Big them up. Bye, SouFLo.
All right, my family. Bye. So today is Michael Manley's birthday, and she said that Friday is Isaac Buchanan's birthday and Portia Simpson Miller birthday. So big them up. All right. Well, big up to all of those people and their birthdays. All right. Again, big up to Jimmy Cliff. Moving right along, though. Let's get into quickly for my Florida people, especially those who came up like I did, like out of Miami, Florida, and all that. Did y'all know that Democrats have won back Miami? Democrats have won back Miami. So give me a second, let me run through this so we could get it out the way. So we are in the U.S. right now, right? We're going to talk about some U.S. stuff quickly. The Democrats have taken control of Miami for the first time in nearly 30 years. Miami has always been Republican for almost 30 years now. And after candidate Eileen Higgins clinched the city's mayoral election, now Miami is under a Democratic mayor. For the first time also, they have a woman as Miami's mayor. Miami has never had a mayor. Miami, Florida has never had a mayor that was a woman before. This is their first one. Let me say it quickly, right? I grew up in a time in Miami where I saw the influx of Cubans. Shout out to the Cuban community. I have nothing against y'all. I just found it kind of strange how y'all changed so much. But I remember when the Cubans were pretty desperate people, and you know, them never bother nobody, and they weren't really against anybody per se. That's because they were trying to get their self in the door, you know. And I've been around long enough now to see the Cuban community organize, centralize, and become superpower in Miami. And it's usually the Cuban vote and the Cuban community vote called whole heap of them there, you know. When me say whole heap of them, a whole heap of them there, you know. And a lot of them recognize themselves as or identify as Caucasians. And then being in America, the community largely adopted this, I would go as far as to say racist principles, and especially against people of color, black people then. So anything that had to do with the black community, they would vote that down, you know. I don't know if you know it, but in recent times, the mayor of Miami shut Miami down for the past 2 years. So when you have stuff like Memorial Day weekend celebrations and stuff like that, Miami would be the place to go. And that's how we go for Best of the Best concert. Best of the Best is an annual thing. You have people coming in from all over the world to attend Best of the Best, right? And around that happening, this is where you have the yacht parties, the boat ride parties. Trust me, I've been there and partaking of all like I'm on the yacht parties. I'm at best of the best concert. I'm in one of them party that the night before. It's just like a weekend that you dedicate yourself to having some fun, and then you go back about your business, and we all converge in this area. The nice cars, the nice this, the nice that. Everybody look good. Well, and a Republican governor suddenly decided Miami doesn't need this. And he made a video actually telling people, a matter of fact, we don't want you here. Don't come here anymore. Biggest mistake he could do. We don't want you here. Don't come here anymore. Led to the last 2 years when Memorial Day weekend came around, Miami was empty. Now, what you think happened there? All the hotels that used to be packed and sold out, all the businesses, the restaurants, the this, the that, the supermarkets, corner store, gas stations, everybody. They had no income. So they were like, what the hell? Why you did that? I mean, he literally made a video saying and posted it publicly saying, do not come to Miami. We don't want you here. As a matter of fact, our business community does not want you here. And I remember when he did that video, I said to myself, did he consult the business community? Because I can't see how they wouldn't want the people there. You're talking about a ton of people. From the airlines are super packed and busy. The rental cars are sold out. If you go at any one of rental car agencies, you probably can't get a car unless you had you had organized that from a prior time. The hotels are sold out. The whatever party you trying to get into, sold out. Last minute ticket costs you an arm and a leg. You're going to some of them party here, $500 for one bottle of liquor, or one bottle of champagne, or one bottle of something like. It's really that place. And this man take away all that from the people. So now, on top of what's going on with immigration and the Cubans in Miami realizing, because Donald Trump took with them TPS, temporary protective status, and some of them have been already deported to countries that they don't even come from. So now they're getting ninja treatment, and they're like, oh no, now it matters. I guess it's time to go Democratic. And they voted heavily in that direction, and now they have a Democratic mayor for the city of Miami. Let's see how this turns out. I don't know, politics are politics. And because she is Democratic doesn't mean that she's going to be in favor of all the things that we are in favor of. But I honestly hope that she is. All the Airbnbs are sold out. All the cars are rented. All the hotels are packed. I hope she bring that back. Because I know the businesses really need it. Anybody who is a business person, got any kind of business popping on that side of the map, that's what you need at that time of the year. You could literally make your year's salary on that weekend alone if you hustle properly. You know what I'm saying? So to see him shut that down, and then, of course, the Cubans, them, no longer have protective status. That was a blow to them. What I'm predicting is this. If you notice, New York City did the same thing. They have a Democratic mayor right now, right? But they have somebody who is completely different and not with the machine, so to speak. I'm predicting a Democratic sweep across this country in short order because a lot of people who thought they weren't going to be treated some way are actually being affected. And that's the only reason why. And just because of that, they're going to vote to reverse all that. So better days are ahead. Stay tuned. You'll see. You'll see when it all unfolds. Yes, sadly, she's still governor. Who? Where's the bunches? Those were the days. Well, that's exactly what they did. When the mayor said, don't come here, we don't want you, they went to Fort Lauderdale. And if you've seen the videos for Fort Lauderdale, DeSantis, if you've seen the videos for Fort Lauderdale, that Memorial Day weekend this year, I was like, damn, that's Fort Lauderdale Beach. Everything sold out. All the money, the people left. I mean, everywhere there are people that are gathered in the hundreds of thousands, or I think point something million people, you can expect to have problems, right? That's what you have law enforcement for. But you don't just blame one set of people and just shut the whole thing down. Because I'm sure the people who are making a lot of money off that stuff, they didn't want it shut off completely. They just wanted your law enforcement to govern better. That's it. And keep the money flowing. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, SouFLo. Good morning, man.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
All right.
This morning, I see where some people were supposed to swear for the citizenship, and they were turned away, tell them to go home. In Massachusetts.
They were supposed to swear in for their citizenship.
Yes.
And they turned them around.
They turned them home. Tell them to go home.
I didn't see that yet.
Yeah, I saw this morning on MS.
I didn't see that yet.
Yeah. So I just come to let you know.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right, family.
Okay.
Well, these are those times. We don't know why they did that. Maybe that was just a case of they're not ready to do that day, and they'll reschedule them for another day. I wouldn't read too much into it unless I have proper information in front of me. 90s, early 2000s, Miami did nice. Banjo said, "Oh man, I would say early 2000s to mid to hell, no." Even up until 26, I actually remember when it became no longer nice. 2016. It became no longer nice in 2016. It was gradually becoming not nice anymore. But 2016 was like the cutoff point. 2017, I think we had our last bit of real excitement out of Miami. And I know that because that's when me and Shakira first actually linked up. It was 2016. And we were like, yo, let's go to Miami. Let's ball out for the weekend. I was on contract in Texas. I was like, let's ball out for the weekend. Then I got to return back to Texas to get back on the contract, right? So I actually scheduled it so another therapist would take my place and I could go. And we went and had some fun. And it was that. It was that and all of that. After the 2017, it was a wrap after that. But growing up in Miami, man, I've seen all the changes. I remember when Miami wasn't even that crowded. And now you go to Miami, it's like, I can't wait to get out of Miami when I'm there now. Yeah, Audrey, them always blame we for everything, right? Always blame us for all the bad stuff. And they take credit for all the good stuff. They never said, oh, because do you know what actually happens there on Memorial Day weekend? It's actually Black College weekend. So all them whole heap of young people, that the hundreds of thousands or something million of people of color that show up in Miami at that time of the year. Yes, it's Memorial Day weekend. Yes, it's a celebratory weekend. Memorial is supposed to pay homage to the dead from our military, you know. But at the same time, you have Black College weekend going. They never said thanks to them for spending all this money and bringing all this revenue into our city. Instead, they nitpicked and focused on all the negatives. Too many cars in the street, too much noise, too loud into the nighttime, too much this, too much that. Y'all doing too much of this. People are drunk everywhere, this, that, and the other. You're throwing up on the sidewalk. Like, majority of them people here, not even in a college though, majority of them just come to have fun. And they're having fun. And you're making a lot of money, clean up the city. And they're only there for a couple of days. I think 3 days, the most, 4. And then it's done. It's over with until next year again. But them can't stand with to the point where they would do all that, shut all that down and lose millions just for shutting our stuff off. Yeah. Anyhow. Enough of that. I'm happy that they have a Democratic mayor right now in Miami. Let's see, though, how that works out for everybody else. All right? Christmas in Jamaica, my favorite memories and traditions. Here is something I want to share with everybody. You can jump in whenever you want to and share all the things you want to as well. Here are 12 traditions during Christmas in Jamaica. Thanks to Kara Williams. Thanks to Kara Williams for putting this together for us, right? It says that in Jamaica, Christmas is without question one of the most popular holidays. And this is truly a festive and special time of the year. The families of the island, they savor every moment of the celebration. During the holiday season, radio stations fill the air with carols all day long, and the many families spruce up their homes, or not spruce up their homes. Christmas cleaning, hang up new curtain, all kind of sitting like that, right? While they're planning lunches and other get-togethers. Now, though most locals enjoy spending Christmas at home, there are quite a few traditional events that you can enjoy while you are on the island in Jamaica. So if there's anybody who's going to Jamaica for this Christmas, I'm about to give you some stuff, right? But we're also going to talk about what we've experienced. One that holds dear to my heart is Grand Market event, or Grand Market we call it. If you've never been to Grand Market before, especially Grand Market back in the day, you know them have something where them said in half of your life missing. Yeah, if you never get to experience Grand Market night at Christiana, not true, Karen notice. Wait, the Karen, we are talking about Christiana. That means we must know each other personally, probably. Or you probably know me people, them and them kind of something there. There's some people in here who I know them and them know me, or them know me people. That's why I behave myself, people, because I don't want to bring no shame to my family, right? But yes, Grand Market night in a exactly Christiana for me. Grand Market night in a Christiana sets the pace, sets the tone for me. There are various Christmas traditions that you can look forward to experiencing if you travel to Jamaica during the holiday season. One of these involves visiting what we call Grand Market celebration, commonly referred to as Grand Market or Grand Market night. This lively event happens on Christmas Eve. So you have Grand Market night that rolls over into Christmas morning, right? I remember my uncle one night, Grand Market night, him go out and him there Christiana and him and the policeman a drink and get drunk. This is how I see policeman a bar. I don't know if them still do it, but the policeman a bar with him one gun on his hip. Mr. Powell. And Mr. Powell, nobody is bothering him and nobody used to pass judgment. You're police and you have a uniform and you drink alcohol. Nothing. So Mr. Powell and my uncle drink at the bar. The two men them get angry and argue with each other and decide to have a piss fight. Piss fight. So the two men them take out them hood and start piss pan each other. And you piss pan my foot and me a piss pan for your foot too. Piss fight. They didn't have a fist fight. They had a piss fight. And it was funny as hell. And they brought my uncle home and they were telling us about what happened to him out at Christiana with Mr. Powell, the policeman. Mr. Powell probably old and retired by now. Yeah. But that's for sure, you know. That's just to show you how, like, fun beyond measures. You know what I mean? It's not, probably not, I would say I didn't come up under like one whole heap of restriction and rules and you can't do this and you must go in by this time and you can't do it. We're out a road whole night. All night to the next day. Early morning now, you make sure you reach in because guess what? You're going to church. Yeah, you're going to church. And or our church, the ladies of our church used to gather up and then put on them all white with them red shawl or whatever, and them light up some, not candles, them use lantern. And everybody have a lantern and they go through the community and stop at different houses and sing different Christmas carols and keep going, right? So that's one to remember. Grand Market Night. I'm telling you, if you're in Jamaica or if you are here and you've never had a Grand Market Night, then you really missing out. You're really missing out. Then there's the Jamaica Christmas Pantomime. I don't know if you know about Jamaica Christmas Pantomime. Church, yeah. Church, then party after. Church, then party after. You lean up and come from Grand Market Night, you end up in a church. You sing a little Christmas carol, then you go home, you get your Christmas morning breakfast. We soon talk about that. You rest a little bit for the day, do little things around the house or whatever, not do much or nothing, and then help cook dinner and them something there, but you're gone again, right? So it's party after. And Jamaica is like this. You're partying all the way up until the New Year's. So Christmas in Jamaica is not one day. You know, like here, I really don't like being here for Christmas. I don't feel like Christmas Day here. I remember, I have a whole heap of people, and me tell myself so I don't celebrate Christmas either, but it's a feeling that time of the year in Jamaica, even if you don't celebrate, say, Christmas per se, as in, you're not one that walk around and says, Jesus was born on the 25th of December, so that may I celebrate. Even if you're not that guy or that woman, you will still enjoy the ambience of being in Jamaica at that time of the year, because it's festivities leading all the way up till you ring in the new year. When they're here, yeah, I see the Christmas tree, then I see light on people's house and all that, but not really. There's no feel to it. It's in the air in Jamaica. You could smell it. You can taste it. You know, here it's like I don't know Grand Market figure. I don't know how to explain it, but I prefer to be in Jamaica this time of the year when Christmas comes around. Just put it that way, right? Then you have the pantomime. Well, pantomime is like a showcase of local songs and dances that pay homage to Jamaica's history and culture, or parody current events that are going on and well-known individuals. We call that pantomime. So it's basically like Broadway comes to life. Then that's our version of Broadway comes to life. And then that's two. And then the third one, I'm gonna give you 12 of them. The third one is John Kuno. The John Kuno Street Parade. The last time we were in Jamaica, we were looking for bathing suit in Christmas time. You know, you're there a special place when you look for bathing suit in a Christmas time. And I think me and Shakira went downtown Kingston. And it was so hard to find a bathing suit. And you know, I was like, this is an island. We're surrounded by water. Come on, man. It shouldn't be this hard to find a bathing suit. I start get frustrated. Because she didn't want a specific kind of bathing suit or whatever. I got to a place where traffic got really thick. It's on one of the vlogs, them. I got to a place where traffic got really thick and the car couldn't move, right? And then out of the blue, all them something here jump out and surround the car. And they surround the car and you can hear like the beating of the drum and the shaking of the something them. And they were like all up in the car window and stuff. And for 1 second, I was scared. For 1 second. Then I had to remind myself like, oh shit, I'm in Jamaica. You know how long me not see John Kuno? So I was able to see it then. And the children were able to see it as well. You know, not Kosi, but Kai them in the back of the car, like, and we're like, Kai, don't worry, they're just acting. It's like a festival thing, you know. We just drive right into it, you know, into a big old celebration of it. And I said, man, look at me beautiful Jamaica. Eh? There's no way I could have experienced this overseas. No way. And of course, them while them are doing it, you know, they are slickly asking for a donation. If you know what I mean. Give me something now. While they're doing the John Kuno something. And the police, they're right there, so, but the police don't know, so them are beg. And I didn't have no problem giving them something. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the moment. Yeah. So John Kuno is another one. So on several islands, not just Jamaica, John Kuno sometimes is known as John Canoe. And is a popular Christmas, Boxing Day, or New Year's Day event. Jamaica is one of the English-speaking Caribbean islands that participate in this street masquerade events. There are masks and them dress up and rags and tags and it looks very Afrocentric. It kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you all are aware of like Benin, when they do like those different masks and stuff. Benin, I would them say voodoo come from, or the most powerful voodoo in the world comes from Benin. But it kind of reminds me of that, of those masks and those costumes from Benin. So this is a celebration of John Kuno. They are typically held in rural areas of Jamaica, such as Portland, Westmoreland, St. Thomas. When I was there, this was in Kingston. Broad daylight, out in the middle of a big square. Some people find this masquerade very funny, while others find it quite terrifying. The origins of John Kuno name is unclear, but there are a few clues as to where it might have come from. Some say that the event was named after John Kuno, which is a West African king from the 18th century, and others suggest that the name comes out of a mispronunciation of the French phrase gens inconnus, which means unknown people. The latter argument is supposed to be owning of the impossibility to identify participants in the celebration due to the mask and the costumes. You don't know who under them. In this case, this is one of the island's oldest celebrations. And if you ever get a chance to be in the middle of a John Kuno celebration, it is quite exhilarating. I remember when them come down the road when me I grew up, the one that I was scared of the most is the one that wore the wedding dress. There's one, I didn't know it was a wedding dress at the time. I just remember the person or the something will come down in the long white dress with the white something on them face or whatever. I used to run, go hide under the bed, like literally me seal under the bed. And I could hear them until them pass and gone down, and then we will come back out. So yeah, some people do find it terrifying, but now that I'm grown, I don't find it that terrifying anymore. I was a kid. And then of course, number 4, you have our traditional Jamaican breakfast. So this is the part where it gets really nice, because traditional Jamaican breakfast, if you don't know it, food is like the central focus in Jamaica, especially when it comes around to the holidays. We have, you used to cry, Roddy's daughter. Me used to cry, but me used to hide too. I used to hide and hope they don't find me. And if they come like down in our yard instead of going straight down the street, I would run and cry, because I would think they would come in the house. So food is another focus of ours. Number 4 is our traditional Christmas morning breakfast. Remember, Grand Market night out. You see, when we go our yard after Grand Market night out, we look forward to the Christmas breakfast at morning time. Big up Miss Ruby. Miss Ruby, man, Miss Ruby. Miss Ruby used to make sure the Christmas breakfast was on point, Yeah, so throughout the day, there are various Christmas traditions that are observed at mealtime on the island. This includes the breakfast. A typical Jamaican Christmas brunch kind of breakfast included like ackee and saltfish, breadfruit. I like my breadfruit roast, then fried back over, fried plantain, some boiled banana. I love callaloo, but I like my callaloo. Well, I used to like my callaloo with either tripe cut up and fry up in it, or corn pork cut up and fry up in it. In the ackee and saltfish, or in the callaloo. See? Freshly squeezed fruit juices and tea and all these kind of things. Christmas breakfast in Jamaica brings out some of the best national dishes and other tasty treats that this island has to offer, and it's definitely worth experiencing. If you never had a Christmas breakfast in Jamaica before, I don't know what to tell you. At this point, half of your life is gone. If you've never experienced John Kuno, if you've never experienced Grand Market, and if you never had a Christmas breakfast traditional, I don't know what to tell you. You owe yourself something. Live a little bit. Live a little bit. It might be too late to do it this year, but put it in your plans for next year. Live a little bit. You love the roast and fries. Yes, roast my breadfruit first and then fry it back over in the morning. One tea, man, sprinkle a little salt on that and it's good to go. Why? Where's the Audrey? Your mouth starts spring water. Your mouth starts spring water. Then breakfast, you know, when you eat your breakfast, you're going to lay down, you know, and then you wake up full of energy. People say that when you eat these kind of food, like, you don't feel lazy. I lie. When you eat them kind of food, you want to sleep. But you wake up energized. You wake up energized. Like, again, I'm comparing it to the food here. I eat a heavy meal here, I want to sleep. I wake up feeling sluggish. I wake up feeling like I got to use the bathroom because my belly did too full and me overeat. And then you don't have no energy and you have to push yourself to go. You know, when you do the callaloo and the breadfruit and them something there and green banana, you wake up, you might feel full after you eat because me nyam. Me eat a whole heap of it. But when you wake up, you're energized, you're ready. Especially this time of the year in Jamaica, you're like, I talk to your cousin them who, them, you know, you talk to your cousin them like, where we are go? What go on tonight? And them I say, boy, party there, Mandeville tonight, you know. So Mandeville? But them have something that go on a Silent Hill too. All right, so here what? We are going to the one at Silent Hill first, and then spend like a 2 hour, 3 hour there so, and then we're going to go to the one at Mandeville scene. And that kind of stuff, you know, it's time to plan and move again, get around and keep going. And then, of course, after all that, you're coming back home again, whether you make it back home that night there or sometime later on the next day, depending on how much you were enjoying the festivities, you have your traditional Christmas dinner. That's 5. Traditional Christmas dinner. In Jamaica, traditional Christmas meals are something to be anticipated just as much as getting presents. You know, people excited, want to see what's in my present, and them are going to unwrap it. I saw we go on one time for a Christmas dinner, I cook. My grandmother, again, Miss Ruby used to roast the beef. Yeah, I don't know if you all ever seen somebody roast it like that. Hella top, hella bottom, right? With the fire on top of the pot and the fire under the pot. Oh my God. I haven't seen anybody else do it since my grandmother, and I'm probably never going to see anybody do it again. That's something, some of the things I wish I had on video, some of the things I hope to actually carry on. Clamida tell wife, he said, next time we go to Jamaica, I need to be spending more time at the property in Clarendon. And next time we go to Jamaica, we are planning to do a couple of things like, I said I'm getting all of the kids a machete. And we're going to chop way, go back to our river. Because we have a river. And our own river is private. Our own river is nice. But people haven't been there in years. So, you know, maca tree and all kind of something grow up there. But another thing I want to do is cook in the same outside kitchen that my grandmother used to cook in. And use the same Dutch pot them what she used to use. And do the fire, the hella top and hella bottom kind of cooking. And these kind of things, just not only just to keep that tradition alive, I could pass it down to my children as well, but also for my own soul. For my own soul. Cause nothing ever nice like that. Yeah, and she bake pudding like that too. Yes. That's the same way she bake the pudding them. Potato pudding, oh my God. I'm lost for words. I'm lost for words. Hopefully next year we'll celebrate Christmas in Jamaica, right? Yes. And we look forward to it. Yeah. I'm going to grab up my sleeve machete and sharpen them up. But I'm going to buy a machete for all my boys. I told them that that's what we're going to do. I definitely want to chop our way back to the river. I'm going to clean up which part of the river there. I don't know if y'all follow this brother on Instagram. I've spoken to you about him before. And if you don't know him, you should go follow him on IG. Just give him some strength. His name is Jamal the Farmer. give him some strength on Instagram, right? Jamal the farmer has a river in his backyard. And when he's doing his videos, I can hear the river roaring. So the first thing that drew me to his video, and the first comment I ever made on any of his video was, I said, you live in paradise, bro. People have pool in a them yard. Pool. But a chlorine water them are swimming in. You have that big, and if you see the big pretty river too, I don't know, like a brook and stream in the man backyard, you know. And when me see him run and dive off in it, and then me see him down there wash the pot them in it, and the water just flows, so it's not a slow moving kind of water either, so the water is not stagnant at all. Yo, me say, I told him, I said, most people overseas who are Jamaican would do anything to live where you live right now. Me don't know, I think him people them pass away and I saw him inherit him land where him have and everything like that. I heard him talk about his dad passing away. I don't know how the mom situation goes, you know, and how his world fell apart when his dad passed away, because his dad was one of those guys too. Like how me talk about Mas Clevey. But me, I said, boy, if I that them left gear, they left you paradise. You know what I'm saying? They left you paradise. So we have a river like that. And me want to chop the way, go back to the river. And I also want to resurrect the kitchen, because the kitchen is still there. We just have to go in there, look wood, and start cook. Why for the look wood something? You know, Jerome I talk about we don't look wood. But yeah, so traditional Christmas dinners, man. Traditional Christmas dinners includes ham, oven baked chicken, curry goat, oxtail, fish, you know, you name it, it could be on the table, right? There's a roast beef, roast pork. God. People don't know, I don't eat pork. I don't eat pork, you know. But something about Jamaica, now for the past couple of times I went back to Jamaica, I didn't eat any pork either. Because my wife is Seventh-day Adventist and she grew up not eating pork either. So you can imagine when them families see we are nyam pork and they were like, oh, you eat pork? When since you started pork? It was shocking. And then, of course, we decided we're not going to eat it no more. Not that it had anything to do with what people felt about it. But every year when I go get my checkup, you see, I want the pork eater them hear this. Every year when I go get a physical checkup, all my stuff used to come back good. The doctor always said, man, I'm telling you, you're like the fittest person in your age group that comes here. 1 year, we get carried away with nyamming pork. And we are nyam bacon in the morning for breakfast. And we are me even corn pork, you know, and put it where. And cause the whole heap of ackee where we carry back from Jamaica, I'm like, you want to eat some ackee today, baby? And she's like, yeah, but make sure you put the pork in it. So, yeah, you know, you have to scald off the corn pork. Scald off the corn pork first, and then you cut it up, and then you fry it up and put it in the ackee and saltfish and stuff. So we started doing that. And before me know it, it was time for me to go and get my checkup. And when I went to get my checkup, everything was off the charts. I mean, everything. He was like, my doctor said, this is weird. The first thing the man says, you change your diet. It has to be. And I said, yeah, why? He said, you're borderline high blood pressure. You never register high blood pressure. Your cholesterol levels are off the chart. Your lipid levels, your this levels, your that levels. May I say, I want name lipid. Is what name what? Is what he said, listen, the way you're looking right now, if this was a regular thing for you, I would actually tell you to be careful for of a heart attack or a stroke. If this was your regular reading, you know? And I was like, oh no. He said, yeah, oh yeah. And the only thing I could think of that I changed in my diet was me start nyam the pork. And I was nyamming too much of it. So we decided to not eat pork anymore again because we never had those problems before. So yeah, we do away with the pork. We don't eat the pork no more. But I swear to you, on everything I love, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm in Jamaica right now and somebody roast some pork, you know, all things in moderation. And like Miss Ruby said, pray over it and consume. So that's probably what I would do. I would probably pray over it and consume. See? But me not gonna pass it up. Because me not gonna eat it again. I'm not gonna eat it again when I come back home. There's no pork in my house. We don't cook it. It's not in anything except for when we go to Jamaica. Where's the S-Diva? The pork is the best ever, but you have to stop eating it because it start run my belly. We can't only eat the pigtail now. Oh, wow. Run your belly. Foreign food mash up my belly. We can't eat a lot of that stuff now. Because you're so used to what you're getting in foreign. Yeah, Shark says, I'm not bashing anybody, Sharnet. I'm not bashing anybody who eat pork, but I will never eat pork. Sharnet, are you like Seventh Day? Is it a religious thing for you why you don't eat it? In moderation. Overdo it, me did not overdo it, S-Diva. Yeah, and I know that now. But to how it scared me, I just never want to eat anymore. Because it wasn't a long time. I mean, in like a 1 year span period, everything off the chart. So imagine if me did not eat that for years. It scared me, man. Audrey said, me not eat it, me nyam it. Yeah. Oh, you say, Audrey, back from the pork. Pass me 50 piece, give me. Me not eat it, me nyam it. Oh, man. Oh, she says, yes, I am. I asked if she is Seventh Day. She says, yes, I am. But my family never cook pork and my mom never eat it. So I don't cook it in my house either. Yeah. Oh, Dorothy T says, I'm Seventh Day. I don't eat pork either. But call me hypocrite because I eat shrimps. Oh, so y'all ain't supposed to eat shrimps either? Wait there. So if you don't eat shrimps, how y'all eat crabs? Or you're not supposed to eat crabs either? Wait. Hold on. I want to get to the bottom of something here. Well, the way how Shakira did not grow up, they were like strict vegans as far as I know. No shellfish. So you shouldn't be eating crabs either then. Your S-Diva, she bought all the stew peas with the pigtail in it. Sweet! Oh God, Seventh-day Adventists have a diet similar to Rastafarians. Yes, I am aware. They're vegans. They're pretty much vegans. See? What you say, Yo-Yo? Yo-Yo Jam, big up yourself. I appreciate that. Yo-Yo Jam says, me love me Mass Arnold, sir. Settings. I saw. Roast pork it is. I don't know, I have to stay off of them things. But if I'm in Jamaica and roast pork did them, I'm not telling no lie. I'm not going to even act like nothing. I'm yamming it. I'm yamming it. Like Audrey said, I'm yamming it. Me take my wash out when I get back and I won't eat anymore for the rest of the year. But sometimes you have to live. You can't just, I'm totally against any, that's just my belief. I'm not imposing my belief on anybody else. If you feel like you would never touch it, then don't ever touch it. This is just how I live, right? I just feel like something like that, like pork. Remember, I grew up and eat that, Because I see my grandparents, them raise all them animals here and they used to slaughter them own animal and stuff. So I grew up eating that. So it's not like me eating them thing that it's not just a taste thing. It's also a nostalgia kind of something. it brings back memories of childhood and growing up with my grandparents and them kind of something there. So yeah. What you say? Marvin say I'm a 7th day. Years ago I eat pork. 7 days. Mother was poor. At 10 years I cooked enough pig trotters. What you say? He said I'm a 7th day and years ago I ate pork 7 days. There are scavengers and bottom cleaners. My father a Rasta. But me eat everything. Him never stop me from eat what me want. Him used to make it filthy. But him not eat it or taste it. Damn. As Diva, you have one good father, man. Them are the kind of father where picking them love gone to the next world and back. If your daddy was a Rasta man and him not eat them something, but him make sure say if you like it, him cook it for you. That's dope. That's dope. Some parents force their children into their diet. Like, and it's not because them can't afford anything else. You know, it's just like, you not eat no meat. You me piece of cardboard. And the poor picnic over there, them not really like what they might eat and thing. So big up your father for that. All right, the next one, number 6, is Christmas drinks and desserts. Oh my God, my word, my days. Christmas drinks and desserts. Now, at this point, your whole life really gone. If you haven't had a grand market, if you haven't had a traditional Jamaican breakfast, if you haven't seen a John Kuno, if you haven't, you see how this go. There's just so much to do. My father was from the Jerk Center area. My father was from the Jerk Center area in Boston, Portland, Jamaica. He was a strong man. Because if they run and smell all them aromas there, and still, I don't name that. Yes, me have a good father. He used to wash me here, etc. and carry me go to school every day. Everybody know him. Big up to daddy. Yes, man, I could talk about with Christmas drinks and with desserts now. See? So Christmas is one time of year when it will certainly be worth your while to leave some room for dessert. In Jamaica, there are lots of Christmas drinks and desserts that you might want to try during the holiday season. One of the biggest, most popular drinks for Jamaican Christmas season is sorrel. Sorrel is a popular holiday beverage amongst us that has some nutritional benefits to it as well. I don't know if y'all know that. It has nutritional benefits to it as well, like blood circulation and all these other kind of things. High fiber, etc. Fiber help you get your waist moving in your body. You know, blood circulation go already. That's why sometimes we drink some of them something there, your teeth just stand up on you for no reason. And you wasn't even thinking about doing nothing. Yeah, them kind of something there. So sorrel is made with it's called the Rosselli. It's a type of hibiscus flower, which is native to West Africa, actually. This flower is said to have been brought to Jamaica during the transatlantic slavery era. To make this drink, the Rosselli is dried and then it is boiled with ginger. Spices like pimento are usually added along with some form of sweetener to it. And sometimes the people then put rum in it. My grandmother, Miss Ruby, she used to make different batches of sorrel. And Miss Ruby used to make them by the gallon, you know. Because we have a whole heap of sorrel. Because Grandpa used to plant sorrel. And he used to sell sorrel, export sorrel, donkey carry sorrel in a 2 big hamper, like donkey after donkey after donkey, whole acres of land of sorrel. So we come from where we used to have whole heap of sorrel. And my grandmother used to make gallons of it. I remember when she used to make the sorrel and she would cool it, shut off the bottle and put them in a one dark, cool place. It wasn't refrigerated. It was put in a dark, cool place. And when Christmas time come around, I would hear, we as children were not allowed to mess with the bottles, and we were not allowed to drink any of them. And now we know because she did have rum in some of them, our rum wasn't in some, and she knew which one had the rum in it. When me hear them unscrew the bottle, you would hear poof, like it would get that poof sound there, and she would have say, "Yes, this one ready, man." I'm thinking it was the rum, or was it because it fermented? Me say, hold on there. Let me ask. Let me see who I could ask. Where is Mervyn? Mervyn the Point, Jamaica, Kirk. Mervyn's steep in our culture too, you know, man. Let me. Does anybody know? Does the sorrel ferment into like an alcoholic kind of thing, or because my granny did put rum in it? But me used to hear the bottles used to swell. The gallon bottles that were plastic, hard plastic, and them used to swell till them fat, till they looked like they were about to bust. And then she would go open them, and after she opened your ear, poof! And she say, "Yes, this one ready, man." Okay, so the fermented turned wine because of the sugars. So it's kind of like what the prisoners do in prison with hooch. Your granny usually make what? My grandma always make beef patties and chocolate tea. Oh God, man, at Christmas morning, that chocolate tea, they hit different. This I don't know, chocolate tea. My friend, if your granny make chocolate tea, I can bet you say it's not chocolate tea as in it came out of a can and she put some chocolate something in her cup. Y'all talk about real chocolate, don't? You talking about real chocolate. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, family. How are you?
Oh, you sound so low, like you're hiding.
My mom used to put rice.
We can't hear you, you know?
My mom used to put rice in the sorrel.
Rice in the sorrel.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why she used to do that.
So she would have strained it back off when it's time to serve it?
No, she baked it and mixed it with just some rice cream neck. I don't know what the purpose for the rice.
Does anybody know about that? Rice in the sorrel? You know something I don't remember quite well.
Yeah, hide.
Me can't tell, say you hide. I don't remember quite well, but I could remember rice being put in the sorrel for real. But what was the purpose of that? Jesus Christ, the chocolate tea with the oil on top. That's how when you know, so you get the real chocolate tea. This a chocolate have to come off of the tree, you know, and them hooks it out and dry it, not true? And then and beat it in a mortar and then farm it, and then them grate about the same piece of chocolate. You want to go on my yard here, man. I'm ready to go. I swear, if Shakira wasn't having the baby, if we weren't having a baby, we would probably be in Jamaica or on our way to Jamaica soon. As soon as the kids them get break from school, we'll be up out of here. But the baby is on the way and we can't make it this year. Oh, the rice speeds up the fermentation process. Interesting. You know, some have some. So, but does the rice melt away in there, or do you strain it off when you're serving it? Do you know? Kataja said the first year I hear about the rice. I heard about the rice before, I just didn't know what it did. The rice speeds up the fermentation process. You drink it same way with the rice melt? Come on, drink here and swallow rice and rice no cook. That's what I would think, Mervyn. I would think so you strain it off. Because rice grain tough enough if them not cook. All right. So, of course, we have the sorrel beverage. That has nutritional benefits as well. And how the sorrel plant came to Jamaica through our African ancestors. Them say West Africa it come from. It's best served cold. So you can wait for it to cool down, then grab a cup of ice to enjoy it. Usually, I know so we do it because we don't really boil sorrel and drink it the same day when we boil it, right? So some people might do that, but that's not the best way to consume sorrel. Sorrel is usually best when it's stored for a while and it's fermented a bit. Then that's when it's really good. Jeez, I'm peace. The cow milk and the chocolate tea. My grandfather used to go, my Clevie used to go milk the cow. Can you have cow? He used to go milk the cow. And all one time the cow milk, grandma boil it. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hi, SouFLo. Good morning. Fresh and love. We normally would put cloves and pimento berries into the sorrel with rice grain. My adopted mom used to use pimento berry, cloves, and the rice grain in there. And we strain it after. And when we are serving it, she always put cinnamon stick in it to just decoration with it.
But they give it that flavor there though.
Yes, that's how we used to have it. I'm back listening to you. Thanks for listening.
All right, my friend. All right. Boy. So while you probably won't have time to prepare your own sorrel, because I'm telling you right now, as far as I know, sorrel, I have sorrel here. Come, I get sorrel from Jamaica. Right, big up Auntie Q to them. I get sorrel from Jamaica. We boil sorrel. My mom boils sorrel too, but me not drink it the same day I boil it. I boil sorrel and I let my sorrel sit and ferment too before I drink it. So while you probably won't have time to prepare your own sorrel during the holidays, keep in mind that this is something that you can often enjoy at your local Jamaican restaurants during the Christmas season in Jamaica, because somebody is serving sorrel somewhere. It is that big a part of our... Let's put it this way. If you have Christmas and you don't have sorrel in Jamaica, somebody are going to think say your Christmas is not complete, right? That's how much sorrel is a part of our Christmas, correct? All right. And of course, there are other things like the Guinness punch, like the Guinness punch, which is Guinness stout mixed with SouFLoTV and condensed milk, and they put their essential spices in there. This is when you're ready to breed somebody's daughter. Right? And then sometimes them add some bitters to it too as well in this beverage. Of course, just as all those are important, we can't not talk about the fruitcake. The fruitcake. Popular Christmas time dessert in Jamaica is a fruitcake. Again, my grandmother used to, she called them currant. They're country boy. She called them currant. All the raisins and all the other stuff were going on there. Remember the colors look like Christmas colors, them green and red and whatever. I think now that I'm older, I probably realize that those are like cherry cut up, and I don't know what the green one them was cut up. But a bunch of different stuff, and they would soak those in rum. They would have soaked them there in a rum, and them are soaking at the rum whole year, right? Mixed fruits, Audrey, and they're soaking in the rum whole year. And then when it's time now for make our Christmas cake, and that she go for, and she put it in the Christmas cake, and boy, them Christmas cake they used to kick, like Jackie Chan, like you could taste the rum in it. The sweet treat will definitely be enjoyed by anyone with a sweet tooth, it says. A lot goes into the taste of the Jamaican fruitcake. It can require up to a year for preparation, you see, which includes soaking the fruits. Pieces of fruits are steeped in Jamaican rum for flavor. White rum is also sometimes added to the cake after the cake is made for that extra kick. No worries though. If you want to share some with the kids, you can get fruitcake with or without alcohol in it. In Jamaica during the holiday season. As a child, I remember eating the fruitcake, and I remember feeling very much lightheaded and dizzy for a long time. Even sometimes I would have laid down and go sleep. And I didn't know that I was getting drunk. I didn't know what drunk was. I just thought, me just eat the cake and me feel. So I never like it. I never grew up liking the fruitcake. Because Miss Ruby them used to say then give it because she put rum in it and everybody else get to eat it. These are like my mom and all the grown people would get to eat it. Now you when you fast and you're little and you go eat some of it and you start feel like your head bigger than your body kind of thing. So I didn't like it. But now that I'm grown, I like it. Yeah. Was a little drunk. Was a little drunk. Yeah. Me never know. It was the start of something. It was the start of something. Now the fruitcake now, man. The stuff that's in it. Oh, man. All right. So number 7. We have 12 of them. Number 7 is the Midnight Mass. Midnight Mass is a Christmas tradition for many people in Jamaica. And this means that a number of families will attend the special church services on Christmas Eve. Typically after Grand Market. This Roman, Catholic, and Anglican churches are usually among the churches that host these midnight mass. Well, that might be true, but for church, I never know Roman Catholic or nothing. But we did have a Christmas mass. So you know the older church people, them would have said, Grand Market a devil's playground. Now we now go there. We are going to church tonight, go give thanks and praises to the Lord. So them in a church, a whole midnight mass while we're off, right? Church of God of the firstborn. That's our church of God of the firstborn. Not all Jamaicans go to church on Christmas Eve though. Some people just prefer to party all night long and enjoy the festivities of the season, which is me. I prefer to just party all night long and enjoy the festivities of the season. Number 8, you have what is called caroling. Christmas caroling is a part of Jamaica Christmas tradition as well. We have our own version of caroling. Where you say you grew up Baptist, and we have midnight service too, yeah. Christmas caroling, my wife makes her cakes every year, all now fruit still soaking, and it's been about a year. Because that's how it's supposed to do bunches. That's how it's supposed to do. The proper Christmas cake, them a whole year, them a soak. The current them for putting it. You know, when we look at some of our food, right? And you hear people charge you a certain price for the food. I don't know why people actually complain, because if you think about the lengths what them have to go through just for the preparation, like for instance, a good Christmas cake. I've had Christmas cake already that somebody is like, you know, a whole heap of rum in it, you know, I hope you're not drive. And they give it to me and I eat it and I'm like, I don't taste no rum at all. A good Christmas cake will have a perfect balance with the rum. I've tasted Christmas cake before where the rum was so overpowering that you couldn't even taste the cake. A good Christmas cake, and those are the ones where me know say a last minute them put all of the ingredients together. They know the ingredients, but them put them together last minute. A good Christmas cake, the people them done soak them thing whole year long. And when that is put into your Christmas cake now, that's when you eat the cake, but then you have that different kind of taste to it. And you, no, me can't taste it, but it's not overpowering or nothing. And then you feel your head feel a little bit kind of woozy. And you say, boy, that cake is good. Give me a piece more. Or you sell them. Me greedy, you know. Me not ask for slice, you know. Me ask if you sell them. You sell them? All right, give me about 2 of them. I want the whole cake. If you sell them, I'm buying. All right? Singing Christmas carol early in the morning. That was a big part. So Christmas caroling is a part of the Jamaican tradition as well. To give the season a special local flavor, creative songs and lyrics are often on display during the time, as well as some of the classics. You know how we stay already. We put our own spin on everything. So it's not just those other people's Christmas songs that we sing. We have our own version of everything. So there are many local artists who have released Christmas albums over the years in Jamaica, and there's quite a lot to choose from when it comes to caroling material. Some popular Jamaican Christmas tunes include the same, we wish you a Irie Christmas, not Merry Christmas. We wish you a Irie Christmas by Jacob Killer Miller, and Ray I Christmas Behind Bars by Gregory Isaacs, and Santa Ketchup in a Mango Tree by Faith Diaguilar, and more. And as some of the popular songs are classics that were reworked and fitted with reggae beats, you won't have a hard time keeping up with the rhythm of them. You're gonna be like, I heard this song before, only thing is you might not know the words. And then you might start laughing when you hear the words. I already drop asleep outside the church drunk. Balance with the rum and wine. Red label wine. Red label wine Miss Ruby used to use. I have not seen a bottle of red label wine in a long time. In a long time. But it's red label wine Miss Ruby used to use. And then, of course, there's Boxing Day. Right? Boxing Day. So Boxing Day is the holiday after Christmas on Caribbean islands like Jamaica. Now, this is a favorite holiday for many people, with Christmas Day and then Boxing Day falling one after the other. So the day after Christmas Day is Boxing Day. Remember me telling us it's festivities gone right up to the new year, you know. So after Christmas Day is Boxing Day. Me like Mervyn comment already. And this is why I feel like I want to be in Jamaica right now, just talking about this. Boxing Day, the day after Christmas Day. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
Now come on for your station and go do some housework. Because you're going to enter my bank account for run Jamaica again. You can't take it.
You know,
just the chocolate talk alone. I left Jamaica a long time and just go back after 40-something years. But I remember my grandma used to come up here and bring the things them. Oh my God, just to talk alone. I say, okay, we're going to pause this. Buy soap from the garden.
All right, later.
Bye.
Yeah. She hadn't been back in forever too. But she recently got back. And now she says she'll go back all the time now. So in Jamaica, residents usually spend Boxing Day either relaxing at home, having family lunches and get-togethers, or going to the beach, which is what Mervyn put up right there up on the screen. Going to the beach, going to the beach, going to the beach. The thing about Jamaica is, Lord God, Jamaica, I do not even know how good we have it, my friend. Because when I'm able to jump in, not just strip down my clothes and just jump in a beach water at that time of the year, it's a privilege. In Florida here, even if this time of the year you get a hot day, I guarantee you you're not just going to strip down your clothes and jump in the beach here. And I live beside a beautiful beach here in Florida, but the water gets cold. The water gets super cold, like refrigerator cold at a certain time of the year, and it don't warm up until another certain part of the year. Jamaica seems to have, like, I'll put it like this. God holds the thermostat for our water in Jamaica and keeps it at room temperature, or keeps it at a good temperature for us all year round. You can just jump into the water. So when you see beach gathering the day after Christmas, you know you're not in America. You know you're not there in America when you see that. Or you know you're not overseas. You couldn't there in Canada, because the day after Christmas in Canada, the place probably full of snow. It's definitely cold. And most other places in the United States of America and the UK as well is definitely cold. So just to be able to go to the beach and chuck off in some water and eat some good food on the beach the day after actual Christmas Day, like this is the 26th of December, is a whole kind of surreal feeling, right? Boxing Day, the jovial pantomime season open at 6 p.m. on Boxing Day. On Boxing Day, some Jamaicans make a point of giving gifts or tips to the people who help them throughout the year, whether it be the postman or the newspaper delivery person or a gas station attendant or locals, like anybody, you know, if they mean something to you or whatever. Some people traditionally give them. a little gift. And then, of course, there are other events happening. Like you have Boxing Day include horse racing, and you have cricket games playing, and all these other kind of things. Mas Cleavy used to play cricket. Cricket was theme thing. In the house that I grew up in with these people, our house did not play any secular music at all. The only thing you would hear in this house was either cricket, news, or church music. That's it. Church music don't play, lock it off. Cricket don't listen to, lock it off. And I saw them used to listen to the radio, you know. And you know how broadcasting go, they'll be like, well, we've come to the end of the broadcast, and this evening we would like to tell you about lock it off. As soon as you hear any kind of music or fade in, like a community sitting there, lock it off. We weren't allowed to listen to anything else. We used to love when we can go down at my auntie them house, because my auntie them never lived them kind of life. That's how we get to hear like the Dennis Brown and the this and the that and the big ship sailing on the ocean for some big speaker. I'm glad somebody at my auntie them yard. Because I know when I go back up on my grandmother yard, a beer Grace Trillers and all them kind of something they play. Grace Trillers. Big up to the Grace Trillers. And of course, 10, reuniting with family. You know, most of us who live overseas, this is a time of the year where we actually aim to go to Jamaica this time of the year. Now, so we're not got any other time of the year, but usually people are head to yard this time of the year. Something about this time of the year. And maybe it's the festivities. Maybe it's a time of the year where everybody globally almost have time off from work. And you can actually go meet up with your family and these kind of things, right? So Christmas in Jamaica is all about spending time with those who are nearest and dearest to you, of course, enjoying the festivities as well, and appreciation for life. So whether that be your friend or your family members, during Christmas time in Jamaica, usually we make a point of ringing in the season with people who we care about a lot. As such, with families, especially, you'll find quite a few unions taking place at that time around the year. And as part of these celebrations, each family member will bring a dish, sort of like what them call potluck up here, right? So Auntie Junie might have carried the roast beef, and you know, Grandma do the roast pork down there. So, and somebody who cook rice and peas really good will bring rice and peas and all them other kind of something there. And sometimes we bring them food here, go a beach. And that's how we eat them. Or we carry them go over somebody's house where we all meet. Sharing food, coming together, drinks. That's one of those times that are honored Christmas traditions of Jamaica. In times past, it was common to find Jamaicans cooking for their neighbors around Christmas time and sharing the food. People who live deep in rural Jamaica, they were famous for this. Don't cook at your yard to the go at your neighbor yard go cook. In more recent times, people cook food on Christmas Day in anticipation of friends and family members dropping by the house throughout the day. So essentially, people would be moving from house to house, Christmas Day, eating, drinking, making merry along the way, which is how I do it. Stop at this one house, spend a good hour. Stop at that one house, spend a good hour or two. Stop at that one house, you know, and eat some of this, yeah, so some of that, there, so. Why, and them love feed you too. That's another thing about our culture. It's like you're not leaving anybody's house hungry unless you don't want to eat nothing. Think about this, right? Most of us don't know what it's like, especially around this time of the year, Christmas time. We don't know what it's like to have nothing to eat. Everybody's house you go and feed you. And country people actually find it offensive when you come to their house and you're offered stuff and you don't take it. Them literally find it offensive. Well, which part me come from, that's how I grew up. They find it offensive. So when Miss Ruby did it, tell me about, don't make sure you don't eat from nobody, you know. I said, but them are going to be upset. Of course, I wasn't saying that to her, but you can see that they find it offensive for you to reject what they have to offer. You know, every yard you stop one feed you. Pepper lights. Well, pepper light is a part of that. At Christmas in Jamaica, we can expect to find some homes and business places, like here, decorated with extravagant ornaments on the inside and outside. Some will also include festive curtains and tablecloth and placemat settings and Christmas lights, which are also known as pepper lights on the island. Pepper lights are commonly seen adorning streets, villages, and trees, and they are really add a special Christmas feel to just about any location. Now, number 12, and the final one is the poinsettias. A poinsettia, I used to call them when I grew up, but I'm trying to be proper. Poinsettias. The red flowers, them poinsettias. So the poinsettias now a sure sign that Christmas has arrived in Jamaica, it says, is the presence of these poinsettias, these flowers. This is a plant that is commonly incorporated into Christmas decor and in many parts of the world. So significant are poinsettias to the Christmas season that there are several songs that are made about them in Caribbean songs. Poinsettias originated in Mexico and the United States. The possible color of this plant includes red, cream, orange. Real and artificial poinsettias are not usually hard to find around Christmas time. The most popular variation, though, is the really, really red poinsettias, and they are sometimes given as gifts in Jamaica. Here's how to enjoy Jamaica Christmas traditions, or enjoy Christmas traditions in Jamaica. When it comes to Christmas, every island moves to its own holiday rhythm, for sure. If you get the chance to visit Jamaica during this festive season, say yes to the journey. This is one of the liveliest times of the year to explore the island, which I said it before and I'll say it again. If you haven't experienced these things, half of your life missing. I think you owe it to yourself to do it and then say, why? Me really did I miss something for true? No, Mr. what SouFLo did I talk about? Right? I'm not just doing this just to do this. I'm doing this to spark something in you who are watching and listening to this, that you will make it a point to one day go to Jamaica during the Christmas season and celebrate the culture. All right? So from the vibrant Grand Market to the beloved Jamaican Christmas pantomime is the perfect time to experience a real Caribbean Christmas. I would say a real Jamaican Christmas, because not every Caribbean island does it the same way. However, Jamaica is a part of the Caribbean, so you could call it a Caribbean Christmas if you want to as well. I'm not saying you go to no all-inclusive resort, but I will tell you this. If you go, let your guard down a little bit, eat some of what's there, enjoy some of the drinks them. You know, some people already them, I want that. No, sir, I don't like how it smells. I don't want none. don't be that way. Let some of your guard down and make sure say you go and partake fully, because that's the only way you're going to actually really enjoy. All right. Big up to my Jamaican people. Them, we're not far from Christmas, and that one just was laid on me last night. I felt like sharing it this morning. This year we won't be in Jamaica, and it is to my regrets, but I'm being blessed with another life coming into the family, so it's a give or take. All right. It'll be even more beautiful now next time I go back, if it's around Christmas time, which I think we will be going before that. The family will be one member bigger as well. You know, so all of my kids, them, as soon as they're born, you know, between me and Shakira, as soon as our kids are born, straight to Jamaica. As soon as they're born, straight to Jamaica. Kai went to Jamaica within a couple of months old. Milani went to Jamaica within a couple of months old. It was like as soon as they were able to fly, because baby can't go on plane like right when they're born. So as soon as we're able to fly, they're in Jamaica. And I'm suspecting that it will be no different for this one right here as well. As soon as we're able to fly, in Jamaica again. All right, Jamaica, we miss you. We miss you. But don't worry, we're soon forward. We're soon forward. All right. This is one for your brain this morning. Okay? We're gonna switch gears. Where's some Mervin? Ticket loading. We're gonna switch gears. Yeah, man, Jamaica, we miss you. We'll soon reach. Oh, before we switch gears, I saw, there are people doing videos and showing you updates as to what's going on in Jamaica. The Bamboo Raft, them are back. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hi, SouFLo.
Hi, family. How you doing?
Don't remember, probably you may not know about this peas. It only comes out in Christmas. It's called Jerusalem peas. In Jamaica, we call it Christmas peas. Do you know of it?
Heard about it.
A small red peas.
Heard of it.
You heard of it? Okay.
Yeah, I see it here. I see it here too, but I didn't remember that that's what we call Jerusalem peas. But I did see it. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Wow.
Cool.
All right. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, brother.
But then, family, what go on?
Listen, I just say one thing. Hey, remember when my baby back home, I'm a little bit, and then everybody come out in the community and whitewash the stone them.
Yes.
It's a joy.
Yeah.
All who are fight from who now fight, the whole community come out.
Yeah.
And just a walk. If I'm patrol in the road, then there's some stone in there.
Yeah.
And everybody just a walk and a laugh and a share a drink.
True.
It's nice.
And trim up all the heads them and them something there.
Yo, love your program. Watch your stuff for a long time. I might not agree with everything, but respect you.
Manners and respect, family.
Keep doing the work. I'm Miss Shakira. Greetings and a safe delivery.
Manners
One
and
love.
respect, bro.
Stay blessed.
Yes, you too. All right. I love that. Mutual respect, You don't have to agree with everything what we say. But we are still family. You know what I'm saying? Those are, throughout doing this whole time doing this platform and working on this platform, trying to get it to build to where we feel like a family. And this is exactly what I try to bring across. Is like, we don't have to agree with each other all the time. You don't agree with your mommy all the time or your daddy all the time. I'm sure you love them to death. You don't agree with your picnic them all the time, and your picnic them don't agree with you all the time either, or your siblings. But you still keep it family, and nobody can harm them in front of you or disrespect them and just get away with it. So, and you laugh about it and act like nothing happened. You still, it's still a level of love and respect there. So, as Jamaicans or as Caribbean people, we need to remember, so we can always do that. We can always not agree, but still keep it loving and still keep it respectful. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where's Saint name, Mervin? Crunch Cash Program, Cleanup, Whitewash. Me never know what name them give it, but me just know say they used to do that. They used to line up the stone them and line off the hedges and them whitewash the stone. Grandpa them used to trim up all of the hibiscus them and all these kind of things. That time of the year. Have so many beautiful memories, man. That's why every time I try to book a ticket to go somewhere else, me end up, I swear to you, me not lie. People always say, SouFLo, we ready to see you in like other places, bro. Like go to another Caribbean island, Your first, like my older children, their mom come from Antigua and Barbuda. And people know that because they've been following from the beginning. So they're like, why don't you go show us Antigua and Barbuda and carry you and go there or something? If me plan right now, and I said, come summer, Antigua and Barbuda we go. For some reason, I end up in Jamaica anyways. I don't know. And I'm telling myself like, oh man, you're doing it again. Like just go somewhere else, bro. I'm say, okay, me I go do it. Me I go. Let me tell my wife, say, we're gonna take a short trip, go down to Mexico, and then we're gonna go XYZ. And she's like, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Because we're gonna end up at Jamaica. But we need to do better though. Anyway, the last one of the morning, true, no, we're no better than yard for real. The last one of the morning is one that we're not going to spend a lot of time on because we don't have a lot of time here. I just have something to impart to you and something to say. I think it's super important that we all know this, right? So I need you to put your ears this way while I give you this piece of information. See? So the thing that is going on in Accompong with the Maroons, and then the standoff of sorts with Chief Curry and our Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Andrew Holness. This is my disclaimer first. I am absolutely aware that there's nothing I can do to change whatever their motive is. When I say their motive, I mean the Prime Minister and outside investors, whatever their motive is for going into Cockpit Country. I cannot change that. But I believe in honesty and transparency and accountability. And you know, if you trick the people, you can't just tell them what go on, because none of them can stop it, just like how I can't stop it either. And that's the truth. That's the hard reality. None of them could stop it, just like how I can't stop it either. You think when big corporations ready to move you off a piece of land and them say, you know, so this is a nice piece of land right here. We can put 4 or 5-star hotels along this piece of water right here, 2 gas stations. Them sit down and map out them something here already, you know. And then them start look at you and you stay, I'm hanging on to my little piece of land. I'm not going nowhere. They're not about to build around you. And we've seen these things happen all the time, right? All right. Jamaica's Cockpit Country faces growing threats from mining interest. Don't know if we know it. A lot of us are repeating stuff we hear other people say, but we don't really know the depths of where this goes. So I'm going to show you something real quick. So Jamaica is famous for its many beaches, rivers, mountains, but it is the Cockpit Country, the island's largest contiguous rainforest that stands as the region's most beautiful, biodiverse, and important natural feature. This ecological marvel is home to indigenous communities, countless plants and animals, and the source of much of Jamaica's fresh water. In 1738, the British Empire granted control of all of this land to the Jamaican Accompong Maroons, a community that comprises indigenous West Indians, Africans who arrived here pre-colonization, as well as runaway slaves. Since then, the region has been safe from mining and logging and other interests. But in 2021, Jamaica's Minister of Transport and Mining, Robert Montague, announced that the government had revised the Special Mining Lease 71, governing the lands in Cockpit Country open to mineral extraction. Specifically, the lands that are available for the mining company Noranda Jamaica Bauxite Partner. Noranda specializes in mining and exporting a metal ore called bauxite, which creates aluminum. The Maroons of Accompong, a village nestled in Cockpit Country, refute this new definition of boundaries and insist that it encroaches on the established boundaries of their ancestral lands. The history of the Maroons and their stewardship of the Cockpit lands extend into ages long past when Jamaica was still a colony of the British Empire. We're going back to in the 1700s. In 1738, after years of bloody war, it was a Maroon captain who signed a treaty with the British, establishing peace and granting them the lands of the Cockpit Country. In the eyes of the Maroon people, this treaty should still be honored. So y'all understand what's happening. So they say that they have long lived in harmony with the environment, building few developments, save for a sparse network of residential dwellings and a single road running straight through the forest. But the lines of communication between the Maroon community in Cockpit Country and the state are strained. Though the Jamaica state gained its independence in 1962, remember I know 17, the Maroons them get their paperwork done in 1738. Jamaica gained independence in 1962. There has been no documentation within the Constitution to acknowledge Maroon sovereignty. Any acknowledgement by previous government had been informal. For decades, the Maroons have operated as an independent people within an independent nation. That independence, in their view, is now being violated. So the government of Jamaica has gone and signed over lands to be mined. When they don't own those ancestral lands, they have gone and signed over these lands to be mined. When they don't own these ancestral lands. Beyond indigenous land rights, Cockpit Country is a hotspot of biodiversity, spanning 500 square miles. The region is a limestone karst rainforest that stretches into 3 different parishes on the island and contributes to roughly 40% of Jamaica's fresh water. Rivers from 4 different parishes on the island have their origins and essential pathways running in and throughout that forest. The forest is also nesting ground and feeding grounds for dozens of species of birds, home to more than half of the island's 21 species of bats and 37 of Jamaica's 62 species of amphibians and reptiles. It's the tropical rainforest, relative to its size, with the most species of fern in the entire world. Professor Simon Mitchell, head of Department of Geography and Geology at the University of the West Indies, believes that mining is likely to lead to species endangerment and mass dislocation. The forest likely contains untold species with medicinal or other benefits to human society, many of which would likely be destroyed by large-scale resource extractions. An environmental impact statement by the National Environmental and Planning Agency revealed that mitigation measures could counter the worst effects of mining. The statement indicated that as long as Noranda is who the government has given the right to go into Cockpit Country and start drilling and mining. The statement indicates that as long as Noranda replenishes the topsoil after they're done mining, the land would be fertile enough to farm again. Who come up with that? Who come up with that? Because they've been mining in Jamaica for the longest, or bauxite. And I have never seen a place where they extracted bauxite that they covered back the top soil of the land and it became a productive farm. As far as I know, these places look gutted. They look like a big old sore on the land. If you are Jamaican who have been to Jamaica and you've seen these places, you know that nothing grows in these places after. Which wicked man writing at this thing here? That as long as them cover back the topsoil of the land are going to be turned back to fertile again. But experts like Mitchell say that many of the plants and the animals which depend on this ecosystem, they grow in that forest because of the richness of the soil and the same deposits of minerals that Noranda is seeking. It is the same deposits of minerals that Naranda is seeking to extract from the soil is the exact same minerals that causes the place to flourish in the way that it does. There are lots of species of birds in there that are not seen anywhere else on the face of the earth. That alone. I was watching a documentary the other day, and bird watchers, these are foreigners. A team from the US, there was a team from the UK, I believe a team from Canada, and they were there in Jamaica just to bird watch in these areas because they were about to see birds that they had never seen before. A lot of these people, their whole life deal with birds. So they've seen every bird that they're supposed to see on Earth. And I remember watching the documentary, and when they went into Cockpit Country, I remember how excited one of the scientists got because he was like, "This, we have never seen this one before." And they have to come up with a name for it. I mean, I watch it, I said to myself, say, I bet say we already have one name for it. But I feel them name with them get, I'm going to make it into the books, right? Because them must name everything. That bird that they run with from way back when, we have name for it. But they won't ask you what the name is for that bird. They'll come and they'll give it their own name and put it in the books. So while you may be able to extract the bauxite and put back farming soil, what you are doing is damage the natural forest that is there, is what Metro said. Biodiversity isn't the only environmental concern. Cockpit Country sits at the mouth of water aquifers of 6 major rivers. It's a little bit of educating we have to do this morning, you know, because I sat up here and I said, when Andrew Holness them said choose Jamaica, if they're going into Cockpit Country, that's not choosing Jamaica. To me, I think that went over a lot of people's head. Biodiversity isn't the only environmental concern. Cockpit Country, remember I keep telling my audience, I say Cockpit Country is Jamaica's lungs. It's the lungs, like your lungs to your body. And if I puncture your lungs, what happens to you? If they start to drill in Cockpit Country, they're going to be puncturing our lungs. It don't look like nothing can be done about it because big corporations have invested their whole heap of money already, and us small people just have to move the rocks out the way and watch them do what them are going to do. But I just want the people to be aware and educated as to what is being done to them. See? We're not coming here to stop it, you know, because we obviously can't stop it. So we're not going to fight a battle that we know we can't win. They make up their mind already. Say that them are going to do. You best believe their minds are made up that this is what they're going to do. So Cockpit Country sits at the mouth of water aquifers of 6 major rivers. Should mining incidents occur here, it would poison and contaminate the water supply of 4 parishes off the bat, endangering the health of hundreds of thousands of Jamaicans. Remember, say, only 3 million people we have, you know. So what do you think will happen when hundreds of thousands start get poisoned out and start developing new health issues that was never a concern before? Jamaica's major population center like Hanover, Trelawney, St. James, and St. Elizabeth, those would all stand to lose access to clean water. As rising sea levels due to climate change lead to more frequent powerful storms and coastal flooding, the value of high grounds like Cockpit Country will grow. Climate change adaptation plans by Barbados indicate that migration from vulnerable coastlines to inner island masses are likely to increase in the Caribbean. Y'all know they said the Hurricane Melissa touched down at a Category 5, and it touched down in Westmoreland. but it was the Cockpit Country that took the brunt of it and kind of like weakened it before it went off to anywhere else. Had that place not been there, dig down and mine out, the direction in which that would have went, we would have seen a more widespread catastrophe. Forest plays an important role in reducing the negative effects of climate change and are a key cost-effective solution to tackling these challenges, said Francine Richards Black, who is the Senior Director of Communications for Jamaica's Forestry Department. The Maroon people, they have filed their lawsuits against the Jamaican government for violating the 1738 treaty by opening Cockpit Country to mining interests. As the lawsuit plays out, state ministries like the Ministry of Economics, so you must know, the lawsuit plays out, state ministries like the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, with which the Environment Ministry was recently merged, have gone virtually silent, declining any interview requests. So far, the government of Jamaica has refused to address the lawsuit. The case was scheduled to appear before Jamaica Supreme Courts on October 4th, but the Jamaican government did not show up for the hearing. The judge issued a new court date for October 19th, which was later rescheduled to December 9th, after government representatives failed again to appear before it again. It's unclear how the lawsuit will unfold, but the future of Cockpit Country may rest on this lawsuit's outcome and who is given a right to store the land. Morning, Charlotte's Law. Hope all is well with you. Okay, so now that I've imparted that piece of information onto you, I'm going to end this video like this, and I need you to listen carefully, okay? Come and write this piece out myself. This is well thought out and very intentional, this way of delivery for me to you. Andrew Holness sending the army into Accompong despite Chief Curry's disapproval was news headlines yesterday, which tells us that the Prime Minister basically said they're pressing right ahead. You don't want the army in here. We don't care. They're coming in here anyways, and you don't have no right to say, no, them can't come in. The people of Accompong, they're not criminals. There has been no civil unrest there. There are no known wanted criminals from there. I don't see the army anywhere else in Jamaica building or rebuilding any other communities. They have the manpower and the expertise to actually rebuild their own community in Accompong. All they ask for is the material that the Prime Minister said he would give. Why are you so persistent in surrounding them with the army, with armed soldiers, under the guise that the government is set to deploy JDF to help Accompong despite their refusal for that type of help? This is nothing but Andrew Holness showing Accompong residents who follow Chief Curry as their leadership that he, Andrew, is superior. This is also nothing but him honoring his side of the deal that was already made to these outside interests. The pressure is on him. We're getting ready. We're ready to drill. We're ready to get in there and get it going. Like, what's going on? Can't you, get us in there, get us in there. I will admit, I cannot do anything to stop this. I wish I could, but I can't. None of us can. These are powerful entities that have interest in that region, and they've made their minds up that this is exactly what they're going to do. But at least be honest with the people, I say. This is all about land control, pleasing foreign interests, and getting to a whole lot of money. That's what it is at the end of the day. So when they told you to choose Jamaica, please remember that this is what you chose, Jamaica. For those of you who chose this guy, that's what you chose. Don't forget it. And if it's okay with you, in your conscience, that that's what you chose, then there's nothing, there's nothing I could say already, but ain't nothing I could say. Ain't nothing I could say. We're going to leave this one right here and keep this at the forefront of your mind. If some of you missed what I just said, please rewind this after. Go back over the information I just delivered to you about what Cockpit Country actually is and how important it is to Jamaica. Because I'm thinking most Jamaicans are under the impression that, I just want next little place in a Pani Island. So them can't do anything round this up. You don't understand that it's way deeper than that. It's not just one next little place. It's not Bacarona Woy Woy. It plays a significant part in how Jamaica functions as a living, breathing organism. When they go in there, me not say if, because them start already. I seen red dirt kicking up on government tractor and all kind of excavators, vehicles digging up over there already. When they go in there and they do what they've done, we will have hell of a consequences to pay. But just remember that you okayed it though. All right? When the crying start, remember that you okayed it. For all of us that want to be on the right side of history, not the wrong side of history, we will have y'all to point to. We will have y'all to point to. I'm going to leave this after this morning. All right? Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in this morning. Charlotte's Law says that is crazy. Maroons are sovereign people on sovereign land. Yes. And Montague said he went back and revised the paperwork and have a different outlook on it now. But it was good all along. And they were given protection rights in 2021 that they instantly took back. I guess because the outside interest money got even that much bigger, they couldn't say no anymore. That's what's going on. Let's be honest with the people. Let's be honest with the people. We can't stop on. We don't have a wicked plot already and I'm going to go through with it. We can't stop on. Go and do another. We will watch y'all destroy because we can't stop you. But I want every Jamaican to understand that if you supported this, just know what you're supporting. Be conscious of it. Don't come later, come talk about, oh God, we never did know because if we did know. No, you know. You know. I'm going to leave it right here. Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in this morning. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here. Like my granny Miss Ruby said, be good. If you can't be good, it's best to be careful. And like my grandfather, Mas Clevey, right beside her, said, I will see you tomorrow, if God spare life. Knowing that we are not the almighty creator, so we can't take tomorrow and bring it, come give nobody. We have to just hope and pray that we are in the mercies of the Almighty, and tomorrow is least or granted to us as well. And in that case, if God spare life, we'll be here, and I'll see you then. Walk good. I'm out. Peace.